So I don't think I give a long intro. Shout out to my people on Rumble. Obviously, I should know that's our official home base. I want you guys to go on Rumble, make an account, hit the subscribe button over there. And I would appreciate that. It does a lot. Trust me, a lot for the movement. All right. We're going to kind of start off hot in a second. So for anybody who kind of either came for the BS, trust me, we're going to give it to you momentarily. But I just want to do some housekeeping real quick. This is my birthday month. So everybody, I appreciate y'all, all my chat niggas who always been holding me down. Salute to all my people who have subbed up on Twitch. Playful Anxiety, thank you so much for all the gifted subs. 5 gifted subs, too high for this thing for the, 20 gifted subs. All hail, Ice King. Thank you for 5 gifted subs. Playful Anxiety, another 5 gifted subs. Wolfman, Daffy, Radical, appreciate you. Henchman, I see you. And of course, all hail the Ice King. You got another 10 in there. And Jinx, my boy. Damn it. My boy gave in like a good 25. That might be 50. I don't know. I have to scroll. It's a good amount of subs, man. I appreciate all you guys. All right. I want to give you guys an apology. I was trying to stream yesterday. Remember I told you I was going to get on yesterday. I didn't stream yesterday because I had to go do a podcast. I might have said it the day before like it was done, but it wasn't. I did a 4-hour podcast with Troy Ave. This shit was long as a motherfucker. Like it was that's one of my longest podcasts. Probably gonna put it out in 2 parts, 2-hour parts. It'll probably be out most likely tomorrow. But that's Off the Record. If you guys haven't checked out Off the Record, it's exclusively available on Spotify. You guys can go check it out. I do interviews from 21 Savage all the way down to, industry executives and people who kind of work in making things happen. If you want to be in the music business, artist, manager, you just want to get money in the music business, you love the music business, I think Off the Record is a great platform for you to, tune into. You get a little bit more insight. Stream, this is what we do here. We have a lot of fun. So welcome everybody, whether you're tuning in for the drama or you're tuning in for other reasons, it's all good. Please, if you want to type on the YouTube chat, you got to hit the follow button. I'm pretty sure you got an account. Hit the follow button. You can type. I don't care if you troll me. It's cool. If you're on Twitch, I think you got to just follow and then you could troll away, do whatever you want. Anyway, are we here? Are we here? I'm reading comments a little bit. Somebody said, damn, that boy Ack look hurt. There is a little bit of hurt. And I'm going to be very honest today. Let me put you in a particular place, in a particular, I always tell you, this is the reality about media. In the music industry, the most self-centered person is a rapper. The rapper usually don't want to pay the manager. They don't want to pay their agent. They don't even want to pay their lawyer. They don't even want to pay taxes. The rapper thinks the entire industry revolves and works around them. They forget the other pieces that help things happen. For example, I'm just talking entertainment here. This is for people who are a little bit more grown. You could look back at Floyd. You could look back at Muhammad Ali. Yeah, they were the boxer. But there was always, a lot of times, the person who helped create the narrative, shape the narrative, helped push a lot of shit, they always had a media member in that they were mad cool with. The guy who they always gave interviews is and third. I only say that to say that hip-hop is a thankless sport. You support a nigga your whole career for $0. And let 2 days go by that you don't do what they think you should do, it's fuck you. I want to put that out there. That's for every single rapper. The only person, and by the way, I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to tell you why y'all might say I look hurt. Because it's very easy for me to separate it when I've never talked to somebody personally on the phone, privately, about many different things. You know what I mean? It's different when you have. When you've had multiple private conversations with people, and if someone either disagrees or has any type of feeling about you as a person or anything you've said or done, their first inclination is to run to the public, when for years before they would always call your phone. They would always text you. Oh, what you talking about? That's odd. That is odd. I want to put that out there because it needs to be said. So that's why I'm a little bit taken back, but I will give you a full explanation today. Okay? Also, for anybody who's coming in here, I know it's always Big Ak, but I will be treating the situation different. So don't be like, Ak, why you don't keep the same? Stop. NBA Youngboy is an artist who I've not only seen as an artist, I've considered someone who, I don't know what you would define as friends, but someone who, because I want to say, I thought he was a friend, and then he's like, nigga, I was never friends with you. Someone who I would believe that the relationship exists beyond the music business, where we've talked about things privately, multiple times. A person who, like, multiple times has said, Ak, I need you to fly here to go do this because it's going to help me. And without even, I hop on a plane blindly because it's part of, that's your man's. Yo, Ak, I need you in Miami 2 days. Could you, blah, blah, I need you to meet up with that person, blah, blah. Got you. Say no more. Book flight, I'm on a flight. I would say that's a friend. You might not say that's a friend. But I don't move. Again, listen, Drake's my favorite rapper. I would never say Drake's my friend. Me and Drake are not friends. I hope you understand my distinction. Okay. So, we should probably address, I think this is an elephant in the room. And while I'm going along this, I hope, I'm not talking, I know there's going to be a lot of Youngboy fans who are coming in here just for one narrative. I get it. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to talk to the people who are neutral, who could see both ways. And by the way, this isn't a both ways things to say either me or Youngboy. That's not the situation. But, in explaining myself. Because I might have to also apologize, but I want to be very clear and whatever. Okay. Anyway, if you guys didn't know, a couple days ago I streamed, and in the comments of me streaming, people like, yo, did you hear Dirk say this? If you guys don't know, Dirk and Youngboy, they've been at it. Did you hear Dirk say this, blah, blah? Now, I want to tell you what I intended to say, and then I'm going to listen to what I did say. I didn't really listen recently, but I'm going to listen. Then we're going to get into some tweets. Let me see if I could find it. Salute to my dudes at, I think Culture Millennials, pull it up. Oh, my God. Yeah, I remember Big Pluto. Oh, my God. Tell me I spelled your shit right. Jesus Christ, I'm trash. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Hopefully the page is open. It should be. All right, cool. So I want to go to the origin. I ain't gonna lie. The night I streamed, if y'all remember watching the whole stream, and this is why I know I'm probably gonna have to take some accountability. I was just on here cracking jokes, just trying to get straight to the shit, right? I think you don't gotta take it down. I fuck with Culture Millennials, by the way. Oh, here we go. Confirmed, like, tweet, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's the video. Okay, I'm gonna just play this because this is the video that starts circulating. Let me play what I said, and it's gonna refresh my mind, and I'm gonna respond to it.
How far are ya?
Now that beef is squash. You ain't here?
Yo, Ak,
I'm
you
serious.
crazy.
Dirk and Youngboy don't got beef no more. I'm serious.
Imagine.
Dirk and I might have forgot to tell the public that Dirk and Youngboy don't got beef no more.
Hey, look how far they are.
Now that beef is okay. I think this is a little bit out of context. So initially, what I really wanted to say on the stream, and by the way, I could say, by the way, Cultural Millennials, that's my guy. He didn't take me out of context because I said what I said. It was being facetious though. I was fielding comments on here where people were assuming that everything Dirk is saying recently is aimed at Youngboy. I know that Dirk ain't talked about Youngboy for about 6 months. He's trolled a little bit, but he ain't talking about him. Now that's different than when Youngboy drops a diss song like, which was one of my favorite diss songs, I Hate Youngboy. And obviously you have Dirk drop Aha. Dirk beefing with niggas on his block. Let's be honest, okay? I don't know if you guys know this, and that's what I was trying to convey. Dirk ain't getting in the studio like, what could I say a Youngboy? He's rapping at like niggas. He's subliminally dissing niggas from Chicago. And by the way, a lot of what Youngboy is saying, I don't think he's that necessarily focused on Dirk as well. Granted, did they officially squash beef? That is not true. So if I'll apologize, and I'll apologize publicly if my words or my nonchalantness or whatever this clip made anyone feel like like it's actually squashed, like they agreed to squash it. That's not true. So, I want to hold myself accountable. And I'll apologize to anybody in any party involved if they believe that was the intended purpose. Now, that is me holding, somebody said, act cop and please. There's no plea to be copped. I tell the truth. I live by the truth, and whether the truth goes my way or not, at least I'll die telling the truth. So, call it misspeaking, whatever, never squat. Now, that's not why I believe NBA Youngboy said what he said about me. And we're going to get to that immediately. So this went out. I kind of tried to correct it a little bit on the blogs. Like, no, I'm not. They didn't squash it. I'm just trying to say fans, because I'm the media guy. Fans keep, every time Dirk says some weird shit on his Instagram story, which he does every day, yo, he's talking about Youngboy. He's not talking about Youngboy. He's talking about 3 niggas in O Block. He's not talking about Youngboy at all. I'm literally telling you he's not. Okay? And also, I don't even think Youngboy's dissing random people. I don't even know how he tweets, but he's just dissing random people. I don't even think Youngboy's getting up like, what up? Let me tweet at Dirk. So that was the point. And by the way, again, if I probably should have took it a little bit more serious and realized that my streams could be taken out of context. And again, this is me holding myself accountable. I'll say for the people or anyone that felt misled, I am sorry. Again, that wasn't the truth, right? They didn't officially squash anything. I was really just trying to get out the message. They're not like fans, and I know why this is a big deal. Fans on the Youngboy side and fans on the Dirk side. And by the way, I'm going to get to where I stand in all this because I saw some bizarre tweets. And I'm going to assume this is NBA Youngboy's Twitter. But these tweets sound so bizarre. I'll address those too. I know fans these days are, we're 4K Trey. Okay, go be John Morant all you want. And there's some niggas like, no, it's OTF squad. Okay. So, I get why people are like, super divisive about it. So, for anybody who felt misled, I definitely want to apologize. So, this kind of went out. The train or the chain of events that eventually happened, because some people sent it to me. Lil Durk, right? Lil Durk went on his Instagram and liked this particular pic. Or this is basically a Youngboy fan page saying this. He liked it. So now, you know what everybody's thinking? Oh shit, Axe said it, Durk liked it, whatever. Now, I am guessing, and I'm trying to be very logical. I'm following the train of thought. By the way, I should let you know, I've spoken to Lil Durk, which this is going to make you, like, as more I tell the story, you're going to be like, what? By the way, I've been on the phone with Youngboy at least 20 times. I've only ever talked to Durk one time. Ever. Like, on the phone. Like, we've communicated, but on the phone, yo, what up? FaceTime, blah, blah. Like me and Youngboy, like, I know y'all think I'll work out. I've, like, got the phone down there. We just talking, and I'm trying to work out in the gym, talking to Youngboy. I don't talk to Durk. I don't. I really don't. And it's nothing against Durk. It's just like, we never, like, struck up that relationship. And also, that might have been also, as much as he knows from way back in the day, I do support his music. And I'm going to give credit to Lil Durk as well. Because as much as I used to support his music, and he knows me and him, like, we used to play 2K on Twitch or whatever the case is, what ended up happening is a rapper who I got very close to was 6ix9ine. a rapper who he was vehemently opposed to. And I'm going to be honest, and this is why I'm going to give credit to Dirk. Dirk never said, because I'm so mad at 6ix9ine, fuck Akademiks too. And I respect it because I think he saw through it to say, yo, Ak got a job. And Ak's a person too. And yes, that might be his friend, but as long as he gives me a fair shake, I can't be mad at the guy. And I respect that from Dirk. 100% respect it. But me and Dirk don't really got a relationship like that. Anyway, this is important to mention. So after this came out, and I don't know when he liked it, but when he liked it, more blogs start posting it. Yo, shit, yo, Dirk, whatever. All of a sudden today, if you don't know, this is Youngboy's like burner Instagram. He tweeted out an hour ago, Ak, you a bitch. Along with his industry friends, I love this shit. It turned out the same way every time. They boycotting and got that boy licked. Remember, I ain't trying to hear who got something to do with what. Nah, bitch ass nigga. Keep picking though. Now, I'm going to address all these tweets. Because, again, this is a constant reminder that there's no friends in this rap industry. Because put it like this. Granted, I could come on here on some sucker shit and be like, bro, I was trolling. Why y'all taking it serious? No, I'm taking accountability for what I said. I shouldn't have said it. Because I know it's really tense. I was really just trying to tell y'all, like, stop sending me every fucking thing that Youngboy says or Dirk says. They're not talking about each other right now. And that's good. I'm glad when they're not talking about each other, okay? So I took accountability for that. But the reason why I'm going to address this, and I'm going to address this, like, specifically is because, again, honestly, if Dirk said this, I don't talk to Dirk. Youngboy has my number. Youngboy could have texted me. Me and Youngboy manager talk. I've talked to Fee. I've been on FaceTime call with him and 10 people. There's multiple ways to be like, what are you talking about, bro? Yo, I don't like that. Yo, clear that up. There's multiple ways if you consider someone, and I want to put this in perspective. I want to put this in perspective. If you care or consider someone, I won't even say a friend, but you even give a fuck. Right? So jumping straight to Twitter, act you a bitch along with his industry friends, let me now break this down. What industry friends does Youngboy think I have? This is to me a kick in the back for me while trying to promote his agenda. Let me now be very straight. NBA Youngboy, you are not blackballed. Let me just put this out straight. I work at Spotify, nigga. I get Carl Cherry on the phone. They all admit you're on the front page of Apple Music. Trust me, I used to say you were blackballed, my nigga. You're not no more. So let's stop it with you're the anti-industry guy. You just don't fuck with nobody in the industry. And whether you like it or not, you know that's true. It's one thing if, like, I get it, you in the Dirk situation, I don't even really want to touch it. That's why I apologize. Like, I shouldn't have, I don't want to touch that. But this whole industry friend shit, nigga, you're more industry than me. You signed to Capitol Records. You're industry. I'm sorry. I'm going to tell the truth. Now, here's the thing. Because this is what gets me perturbed about this whole thing. What Youngboy wants to say, and especially, yo, you know why I'm taking it personally? For anybody who's like, yo, act, chill out. I do love Youngboy. I love him as a person. But I have to address this. Because don't kick your friends back in while trying to still portray an image that you want to keep. I'm not against you. You know I'm not against you. Bro, you called me when you were locked up. And you asked me, bro, hey, everything cool with you, Quando? I'm like, all right, listen, I ain't going to pursue that shit no more. Whatever shit dead. Yo, he said, well, why nobody fucking with it? I said, bro, I think it's because you're locked up. I was the one telling you other people weren't fucking with y'all. I've never gotten paid from y'all to do some shit, post you or nothing like that. I've done it off the strength. You specifically. Now I ain't gonna lie, like the NBA label, that's not even him. That's some other shit. And I'm being very honest. Listen, I always tell people, anybody who ever calls me out, be prepared. Akademiks will tell the truth and expose himself and expose you. Swear to God. And I hate swearing. I don't like swearing to anything. So I've supported Youngboy because I just genuinely like him for literally years. Genuinely like him. Genuinely like him. Let's also address this, because this pissed me off so much. It's not the act you a bitch shit. With his industry friends. Youngboy, you're more industry than, don't ever link me up with these industry dudes. They don't like me more than, they all like you. They gave you some of the biggest contracts, my dude. I know this. I know this. I can't be, you know the reason why I'm cool with the degenerates of this industry? 6ix9ine. You know when me and you got cool? When the industry wasn't fucking with you. There was a time they weren't fucking with you. You're right. I made my career of taking the rejects of the industry and say, oh, no, I fuck with y'all. I'm going to support y'all. So if you think I'm industry, nigga, I worked at Complex when you body slammed your girlfriend, and I remember they had a sneaker shopping episode going up, and they said that shit's canceled. I don't have no industry friends to be like linking up with. I talk to a few rappers on the phone. I say all their names. Me and 21 Savage get on the phone a lot. Me and 21 called me recently, be like, all right, man, because he called me twice and I didn't pick up. He's like, yo, you been ducking my call after you said whatever you said about Metro. Me and him, we talk. 21's my man. And by the way, if 21 said this, I'd react the same way, because me and 21 talk a lot. There's a few rappers who I talk to. Just like, and by the way, this is a direct conversation from Youngboy. He says, I don't talk to no nigga in the media. And I was like, okay, that's special. So if I ever had an issue, I'll come to you. Just like if you had an issue, you come to me. I talk to 6ix9ine, 21, Youngboy, or used to. I also told you I haven't talked to him in like a month. A month or so ago, communication went dead. I don't know. He goes through his moods. It's an artist. I'm not over here trying to clock niggas. I don't know what's going on. So if he wants to reach out, keep in mind, I've not talked to him for months at a time, and he calls me and he says, Act. And again, I know some of y'all are dick riders and fans, but Youngboy has told me, and again, I ain't gonna get into the details of it. Yo, Act, I need you to go to Miami, or I need you to go blah, 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 in the drop of 10 hours. And I changed my whole entire life up to go do it. Why? It's not only because it's an opportunity. I'm like, this is my man's. It's my man's. So this is why I need to put in perspective. So I'm ignoring the part that's an accurate bitch. I'm upset that he actually believes that I'm in line with these industry niggas. I get it. Youngboy, you're like, Youngboy's a very smart nigga. Trust me, I've talked to him and I've realized he's smarter than he wants to appear to be. He appears like he's kind of ignorant, but he's very smart. I always just told him, you're not playing the industry right. By the way, also, we could go back to the conversation. I told him, I said, bro, you should stop responding to Dirk, because Dirk outsmarted you with that fucking thing. Dirk promoted his whole album of beefing with you, or people thought he was going to diss you, and then Dirk's not mentioning you no more. Dirk's on to the next. I told 6ix9ine the same thing. Me and Dirk is not cool like that, bro. Like, we not friends like that. I just call it spade a spade. Dirk outsmarted 6ix9ine. And 6ix9ine, everybody thought was the smartest nigga possible in marketing. Dirk outsmarted that nigga, got him out the paint. Leveled up. Went on a tour with Baby. Outsold, started selling over 120K. Then everybody's like, whoa, he can't outsell Youngboy. And he did that too. He outsmarted the nigga. He used Youngboy's energy to propel himself. This is not dick riding. It's not picking sides. I'm a constant cultural critic. I'm telling you what it is. Dirk is not as lit today if Youngboy doesn't bite into that beef. Like, whenever he went into he dropped I Hate Youngboy out of season. Out of Dirk only respond to niggas. I'll tell you Dirk's plan. And again, he ain't tell me shit because I don't talk to him. But I know he's smart. Dirk only respond to you niggas when he's putting out an album. This is why I believe, and this is now, I don't know if this is true, but this is why I believe that Youngboy has said fuck Act. I think he thinks I'm working with Dirk. That's not true. Dirk is out. The guy who I talk to 6ix9ine, like, I used to talk to 6ix9ine every day. And Dirk outsmarted him too. I'm telling you the truth. He's smarter than y'all niggas. Y'all niggas is moving off emotions. He's moving off what makes his sales go up. That's facts. I told 6ix9ine, you better stop mentioning him. Nah, I ain't gonna stop mentioning him. All right, you gonna fuck around? Oh shit, the nigga got a Drake song. He mentioned you in one line, ended you, and now he's not gonna ever respond to you again. You could try to get his attention all you want. He done leveled up. He checkmated you. Don't tell me I'm wrong. That's the facts. Dirk is a nigga who cares about first week sales. Now, let me say this about Youngboy. I've talked to Youngboy personally. He doesn't give a fuck. But if you don't give a fuck, you have to be consistent. I've told Youngboy, like, yo, you know, this is your numbers. And he said, oh, word? He didn't know. Truth be told, he didn't know. But here's the thing. You're the one that's just doing this off the love. All these other niggas, they're playing a music industry game. Dirk has started a rollout from 2 months ago. He knows what to post that the blog will post, and then he knows how to roll music out. And by the way, I got to go up a little bit more. He says, keep picking though. Here's the thing, and for Youngboy or any other artist, I'm sad to tell whether it's Youngboy or any other artist, you're not Drake. Not for me. You ain't Drake. If it's picking a side, and by the way, I don't pick no sides with no nigga on street shit, because I ain't never been in those street situations with y'all. The only nigga who I ever picked a side with musically is Drake versus Meek. Definitely, I would say that. But you got a problem with Dirk, I bump both y'all music back to back. If I play Aha, I'm going to play I Hate Youngboy. I play y'all music back to back. I don't care how much I talk to you. You ain't going to never get me to be like, you know how much I talk to 6ix9ine? Yo, 6ix9ine hates Dirk's guts. He hates the nigga. Hates. I asked 6ix9ine when he showed up to my house. My house. Who am I playing? Dirk. I'm not picking sides in y'all rap beef. Y'all are rappers beefing with music and posturing who's hotter than who. I'm a fan. I've made my career, and y'all don't give me money anyway. I'm a fan. Don't try to involve me. There's no picking sides, and this is the most disgusting part because I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember telling Youngboy, and I don't want to put personal conversations on the record, but I do have to. I said there's a lot of people judging the baby because he did a EP with you, and I remember what he said to me. He said, "Why would they care about what the baby did? The baby ain't got nothing to do with none of the issues I got." And I agreed. I said, I agree. And by the way, this is what Youngboy directly said to me. This is why I think if this tweet is at me, this is hypocritical. And I'm going to call it out. He said to me, Act, just like you're not like in street beef. Like, nobody should expect because you talk to me or whatever that you don't. And I'm like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm like, what? So, the very thought of a rapper saying that Akademiks is picking a side, I need you to look in the mirror. I need you to cut the lights off. I need you to take a deep breath and realize what planet you're on. I'm not in the street with you, and I will never be. I want to completely say this to every rapper. I am not in the streets with you. I listen to King Von, and I'll listen to Quando Rondo. I listen to Youngboy and I'll listen. I don't even care if either of them like me. I'll listen to NBA Youngboy and Lil Durk. I'm not a fan. I made millions myself. Not because if you don't want to call my phone and chop it up with me, it's cool. We don't got to talk. Anybody. But not because you think we're like cool and we talk means I'm picking any side in any beef. This is music to me. Aha's fire. I Hate Youngboy's fire too. If you think I've picked a side, you need to realize that you're turning the industry into the streets and you're in the wrong fucking business. The streets brought you to court with federal charges. The industry is all about dick riding and all about moving along with what's hot. Don't conflate the two. I want to say it one more time. This goes for Lil Durk. This goes for Youngboy. This goes for even Drake. Well, nah, Drake's special because it's my favorite. I ain't gonna lie. If any of y'all got beef with another nigga and you expect me to never bump that other nigga's music because me and you are cool, we're not friends. We're not cool. Stop talking. It's fine. It's fine. There's no picking a side. The intimation of this makes me upset. You know why? Now I got to give personal information. Youngboy, it's your choice not to participate in the industry. You're not getting blackballed, my guy. You don't want to participate. Dirk is doing big features with people. You don't like because he's trying to go up. Dirk is having his label spend marketing dollars. Most of Dirk's projects comes through all the blogs. They spend money. Trust, I'm telling you what happens. When y'all used to see me posting Youngboy every time, I'm posting just for the fans. It's nothing. There's no, just like I post 6ix9ine, there's no money there. That's not picking a side. Only thing I'm gonna tell Youngboy, if these tweets were all directed at me, grow up. Grow up. Because if I don't want no nigga hitting my phone thinking that because I'm media and you're an artist, you have any control over me. Let's cut that relationship, period. Don't call my phone again. It's fine. We're fine. We don't need to talk again. If you think that because we are cool and we could chop it up about some other shit, that means you were trying to use me. You weren't cool with me, my nigga. I'm not in y'all street beef. Now, let me get back to some things who I think is relevant. I personally, and this is not nothing nobody knows, but I'm going to put it on record. I stopped posting Youngboy's tweets. I don't even know if this is him. I don't know. Youngboy refuses to use his verified Instagram, his verified Twitter. He's tweeting from every random account. I don't know anymore. Shade Room constantly is asking me, hey, we want to post this, but Youngboy this. I swear this is a conversation. Shade Room saying, yo, we want to post this because Youngboy, it comes from an account, everybody says Youngboy, but like, could we post, is this his account? And I even told him, I said, bro, I think it is, but don't take my word for it because I don't want y'all to post it and he disses y'all again. So these weird accounts that you keep popping up with, I stop posting because I don't want me posting something and then you tell your manager to jump on and be like, I didn't say that. Bruh, grow up. We're adults now. Somebody said that's him. I get it, that's him. But Shade Room posted the same thing and he basically said, fuck the Shade Room, that it wasn't true. So I'm like, let me be more careful. He hasn't answered my calls in a month. So I don't know. I can't really, I got to do my job. I don't work for Youngboy. So I say, you know what? Let me just stop posting this shit. I don't know. By the way, also, look at these tweets. We don't know what he's talking about. Thank you for putting me on game. Now I know 20 hours ago. What the fuck is this about? Pull up your pants. You see my grandma. No disrespect. What are you talking about? You're not 16. You're 23 years old facing federal charges. I'm not doing that with you. So I just stopped posting. I'm like, yo, I just don't want to. And I've been really careful. I'm like, I want to say you said something that later on, I don't know if your lawyer hits you and be like, yo, why is this all over the blogs? You'd be like, well, I didn't say it. Fuck act. So that's what I was thinking was going to happen. So I said, let me not post this burner. I don't even know what this is. But that's the entire industry. Let me also explain this next thing. Because I think this goes into it. I think Youngboy's trying to write a narrative. And I don't care about y'all narratives y'all try to write. Leave Act out of it. Youngboy's on. Listen, Jack Harlow on pace to sell 50K with an album he announced 20 minutes before it dropped. Youngboy been promoting this album for 3 months. He's the biggest artist in the world. We all see that he's heading up everything. He's selling 62K. That's a fact. Bro, like, men lie, women lie, the numbers don't. I know he says, or he said to me he don't care about the numbers, but I gotta imagine there's an inclination on what's going on there. You went from selling 120 to now you're selling 62. I still have said, even defending this album when everybody was trying to get him, like, Ack, your man flopped. Yo, your man flopped. I said, yo, he has the biggest raw fan base. It is not my job or duty if you don't want to do regular shit. You're not going to sell good. Dirk is doing strategic interviews. He's working with strategic people. Dirk cares about going up. You're dropping 10 albums a year randomly, no promotion. Nobody can even find your Instagram. You're not going to sell well. I'm sorry to tell you. Yes, you have the biggest fan base. I've said this. You're not going to sell well. Dirk is going to sell 140 or 120 again, and you're not going to break 100 till you get another hit. By the way, my critique on the album was he needs a song to stick, because right now when you see him selling 62, this is just his raw fans. Nobody sells an album off their raw fans. They sell an album off a big single. They sell an album off some trumped up like feature. That's what it is. So I don't know if, because I gave that commentary, I don't know if he saw that commentary and felt like, oh, Ak is picking sides. He's saying that I need a single. Brother, that is music. I operate in the music business. You need a single. You're going to continue to sell less than 100K until you get a single. I know you are hot, but you could sell an album 62,000 every week, but you'll never crack 100 unless you have a hit. You're dropping too much. Future went through this. This is nothing that you should be emotional about. Future went through this. You know what Future did? Took a break, fell back, created some shit, worked with the people he needed to work with, created hits, focused on quality, not quantity, and then dropped a album that basically did like 200K. Somebody see you making the problem worse. Listen, to y'all suck dick for everybody. I'm a grown ass man. And again, y'all didn't think Youngboy went too far when he says Ak, you a bitch. So please don't sit here and be like, Ak, you're making it worse. If Youngboy don't want to talk to me or fuck with me, what does that do? I lose $0. Oh, okay. I don't have to be on the phone anymore. Okay, cool. I don't care. I don't care. There's a million other artists. You know what happens in the media? I always tell every artist this. Every year, fans get a little bit more tired of you, and I build a bigger audience. I don't care. I'm telling you the facts. I'm not picking sides. Dirk, you know why I think Dirk liked that post? I swear. And I told you I haven't talked to Dirk. By the way, I'm going to predict what Dirk's going to do, because Dirk is smarter than you niggas. Once I seen Dirk outsmart 6ix9ine, I was baffled. Because 6ix9ine, all he does is plan shit every day, meticulously. And if a nigga like that could get outsmarted by Dirk, who the rest of y'all? Y'all be claiming y'all just rap. Y'all don't be like strategize. All Dirk does is strategize. All day. Go look at Dirk's feed. Just go look at it. You might read. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. He does tweet ignorant shit because he be beefing with niggas. Some niggas in Chicago. But all he does is. This is what. Watch Dirk's Twitter or Instagram in the next 12 to 16 hours. He's gonna do something and play upon this situation to make it feel like he's poking fun at it. I'm gonna be honest, whatever Dirk's finna drop, I would be surprised if he even mentions Youngboy. He's just gonna sucker y'all into it. He know y'all like beef. He gonna sucker y'all in. That's why I told Youngboy this directly. I said, bro, I think he's baiting you. Like, you're lit. Like, he was baiting you, and you bit it. Like, I think he's gonna do it again. Now, I'm not even saying that to be like, I don't fuck with Dirk. Like, Dirk is cool. But, bro, a person with an average sized brain could figure it out. Me and Dirk ain't in cahoots. Dirk is just outsmarting the nigga. Dirk is outsmarting everybody he's beefing with. I think Dirk think he's at the point that he's past Youngboy. This is my personal opinion. I don't care who cares. I think he's at the crevice of passing Youngboy. And let me tell you what happens. I told 6ix9ine this. When Dirk feels like he passed you, he never responds back to you. When he ain't passed you, he got all the time in the world. The moment he passed you, he never looks back. So you just did 62. He's gonna bait you that you start acting up. Watch Dirk not even respond directly. Promise y'all. It's called mind games. So now when I see Youngboy doing this, Youngboy's playing tic-tac-toe. Tic-tac-toe. He's like, well, I ain't gonna say nothing about Dirk. Let me just say Ak is picking. Me and Dirk is not in no cahoots. Dirk, go. Knowing Dirk troll ass. Imagine Dirk be like, yo, me and Ak about to lock in for. Yo, this is where Dirk will tweet some shit like, yo, me and Ak locking in for an interview next week. This is where Dirk will do some shit. We're not, by the way. Like, that's not happening. But Dirk sits back, watches everybody act up, and then plays upon it. I think is fucking smart. I'm sorry to say. Somebody says pick and size. Let me tell you this. This is another thing that Youngboy has to realize. You don't like to do the industry thing. I understand it. Because I don't like fake kicking it. I don't like being facetious and just building relationships just to work together to get a bigger song or whatever. Youngboy is a person who likes to really lock in with you. That's not the industry though. So what's gonna happen is that, and this is the truth. Youngboy is not playing the games. He's not playing the games where he's getting cool with the hot person, this and third. Dirk probably gonna drop a song with Morgan Wallen. He got a song, maybe have another song with Drake and Tuck. Song with him and motherfucking Baby again. Bro, Dirk is just smart with this. Again, if the only thing I'm gonna say is, I'm sorry. I think Dirk outsmarted 6ix9ine and Youngboy. I'm sorry to tell y'all. Everything Dirk is posting, that's another thing. Bro, Dirk knows how to write a caption. First of all, I keep saying Youngboy don't use his Instagram page. Dirk knows how to bait the conversation that every blog posted. This is my page. This is my page. I own it. I approve every post that's on here. Okay? Let me see the last time I posted Dirk. Okay, this is Dirk right here. Dirk knows, I'm going to be honest with you. He knows how to post in a way where it's not trolly, right? But he knows how to get every blog to post it. Like, that's us seeing it on his page. Okay, cool, we got to post it. No, that's Offset right there. That's Offset. He always, like, Dirk's story be hot. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you'll get a lot of content from Dirk's story. Let me see what else he has posted. Is it this? Nah. Look. Bro, yo, listen. I'm not here to apologize to no rapper if Dirk does social media better than y'all. I think Dirk learned from 6ix9ine a little bit. Bro, put it like this. I'll say smirk with a statement, right? Because he says, look, think about it. I'm just trying to tell you how rappers really start. It's like the person who run the Wendy's account. They know how to fucking flip it. There's another Dirk post. Nigga, Dirk ain't paying me for none of these motherfucking posts. Bro, Dirk knows how to post on it looks like it's talking about something, but it's relevant. So 6ix9ine came out and said that, where's the 6ix9ine post? I posted 6ix9ine before who said, hold on. 6ix9ine, hold on. Sorry. 6ix9ine came out and said that, yo, thank you to my fans. We've been doing good and I'm blackballed. Remember I told you, in Dirk's mind, he's past 6ix9ine. He'll never mention 6ix9ine again. He won't drop a song towards him, nothing. Before he passed 6ix9ine, he was mad clear about, yo, I'm trying to shoot at him. Now, he doesn't do that no more because he passed him. And let me just say, passed him in the hip-hop sense. Dirk is way more relevant hip-hop-wise than 6ix9ine. Trust me. Okay. So 6ix9ine said, damn, thank y'all for supporting me because I'm blackballed or whatever. You know what Dirk does? This is Dirk post. I've been doing this shit blackballed. Dirk ain't never been blackballed, but he know how to troll a little bit to get everybody talking. And everybody be like, oh shit, damn, oh he's responding 6ix9ine. Like, he knows how to do it. I know he knows how to do it because I run a fucking blog. So he does this, and then he comes back. By the way, he gets in the comments instantly. Look, Dirk beat my comments too. I'm not blackballed, I'm almost healed. Trolling, right? Cool. Then he posts on a story because every blog started picking it up from my page. And he posts this. Hold on. Where is the post he put up? What the fuck? He posts. So is this, and then he says, where the fuck did I even post it? Did I not repost it? Probably did. I don't know. Hold on. So he says this, and then he puts up another post. I don't know. He said, like, you can't blackball. Oh, right here. He said, psych. Oh, my bad. Psych, you can't blackball a goat. Bro, that's him. Bro, that's him knowing how to work the internet, my nigga. I think Dirk is Meek with internet savviness. Meek was a great rapper, but on social media, he came off remedial. He never, he took things too personal, didn't know how to play it off for promo. You know what Dirk does great? Dirk seen me post 6ix9ine. He puts it up on his story too. Oh, I've been doing the blackball. You know everybody gonna post that. After I post it and everybody's like, oh, word? He's like, psych, because you know what? When you say you're blackball, I'll tell you this. The niggas who run all these playlists at Spotify and Apple, and by the way, I'm telling you, the niggas over at Apple and Spotify, because I used to be saying it about Youngboy all the time. Youngboy's blackball. Youngboy's, they said, how the fuck is Youngboy blackball? We just put this nigga as the face of all these fucking playlists. Now, before when he was getting charges for women stuff, he was blackball, 100%. But these days, I'm telling you what these streaming services are doing. They're dick riding the fans. There's so many fans that Youngboy has that they're like, why fight it? Let's just promote the nigga anyway. So he's not blackball no more. And it's really mostly because of his fans. So thank you to all the Youngboy fans. Y'all have made it where these motherfuckers at Apple or Spotify is like, shit, we're going to look stupid if we don't put him on the playlist. So they show him love. But earlier back in the day, a couple years ago, they used to be trying to stand on principle like, oh, no, he's accused of this. Let's not put him on it. That stopped. Trust me. I've talked to all these things. They say stopped. All right? Anyway. After that, okay, so he said, can blackball go? And then what does he do then? He next puts up a fucking tweet. I don't even know what the fuck this is. The Munyon is here. I'm humbled. The album ain't nothing to play with, just facts. You get what I mean? Bro, everything he's doing is in preparation of promoting the album. Just look. Every time he talks, it's to promote a fucking album. He'll like he's promoting an album. You know what Youngboy doesn't do? Promote an album. Youngboy has an album that dropped and he's talking about, I heard you don't like me. I don't like you neither. That got nothing to do with your album. Like you dropped an album. If Youngboy just sent a couple tweets, got on live, like, yo, shit, like, participate, brother. Again, now, you know, he's told me he don't care about sales. So if you don't care about sales, you won't do these things. But if you do care about sales, you can't beat the industry. You got to participate in the process. The antisocial shit works for a while until you stop selling. Like, you know how hard it is to sell 120,000 first week when you talk to nobody and you're dropping it off house arrest and nobody can see you? You're like a ghost dropping an album. People don't see you. People don't hear you talk. People only hear you rap. People see these random innocuous tweets. It's hard. So you have a great fan base, but you got to participate. That's just a reality of it. So all of that happened, and I'm only bringing this shit up because, you know, and like, put it like this. Youngboy, the youngest to score 100 career hits. Nigga, that's me posting. Every time I see chart data tweet, this is personal shit. Every time I see chart data or Billboard tweet about Youngboy, I repost it. So how am I picking a side? If I pick a side, or if I don't like somebody, nigga, I stop posting you. Because this post does nothing for me. It doesn't get me $1. It doesn't help me at all. I'm posting it because I'm like, yo, this is dope. My man's, who is the youngest artist to ever score 100 Hot 100 entries, that's good news. There's other artists breaking records every day. I've had artists come to me and be like, what does it take for you to post me like Youngboy? This is why I'm offended. Other artists are asking me, what does it take for you to post me like him? So if I'm picking a side, I would just not post you, my nigga. Somebody said, no, they're not. Who said, no, they're not? Who said no? They're not. All right, let me not get on. Bro, y'all trying to, let me tell you this. This is why I said there's no benefit in being friends with these artists because they fuck you over whenever. Nigga, this is the baby on my phone right now. Look, the baby. Like, I ain't trying to show you all the whatever. Text me today, yo, act. Yo, my next project fire, bro. What we gotta do? Like, yo, I'm about to have a hectic schedule. I'm dropping shit. I want you to support it. What's up? He's hitting me up, basically saying, yo, whatever we gotta do, I want to do because I want my shit out there. I'm trying to. Youngboy, all I ever did was do it on the strength. That's my man's. So when a nigga say I'm picking sides, what side am I picking? If I was gonna pick a side, it would at least be monetary. And Dirk don't give me no motherfucking money either. So this is why I'm confused. And this is why I say I look at artists and when these situations pass, I'm like, please don't call me in the future. Good luck. It's okay. Me and Youngboy got no issues, but let's not talk. It's fine. I don't need to be talking to a nigga who the first time he feels I do something out of pocket, acts a bitch, fuck him, fuck this bitch ass nigga. I can't wait to do. Why are you talking gangster shit with me? Don't call, like, it's fine. We don't need to talk. And also, again, not no Metro shit because Metro just being a hoe. If Youngboy don't want me to post him, I would definitely, if he wants to make that request, I'll oblige. I'll tell you the ones I'll agree to. If Youngboy don't want me to post him, I'll make a statement. I won't post Youngboy. I'll be fine. I just want to show people I don't need no artist. Y'all gonna do that? I think I'm gonna do that. For the next 3 months, mark today, I will post 0 Youngboy on my page. Just because if you don't respect the fact that I was fucking with you, why the fuck am I over here giving you 0 Youngboy? Watch. I just made it up right now. Nobody's paying me. Dirk ain't tell me to stop. But good luck, brother. 0. So all y'all Youngboy fans, y'all can unsubscribe. I don't give a fuck. Youngboy not X? The fuck? See, I'm big mad? No, because I gave free promotion to a nigga who's basically kicking my back in when his issue is because he's seen another artist go up and he thinks his sales and everything with him is probably indicative of me fucking with another artist. No, it's not. Youngboy fans, y'all can unfollow me. I'm good. 3 months. Mark the day today. I always make an example. Until August 4th, you will never see another Youngboy post on my page. I promise. Most of these niggas, they play the industry game and they don't fuck with you. So when I'm fucking with you out of love and you over here ask a bitch, whatever, cool. I could be the bitch. I don't need to post you. You don't need to react to me. We are good. Watch. Somebody said I picked a side. If a rapper think that a blogger is picking a side, he needs to go get out there and go pick up a stick. A blogger is not picking a side. The niggas who you don't like, they're out there running around doing all type of shit. Somebody said hurt act. You're damn right I'm hurt. I will not be posting that nigga. And by the way, he can request it. I'll never post him again. I don't give a fuck. I really like, by the way, he don't even need me too. He don't need me. I don't need him. And also for Youngboy fans, I will not be speaking on him neither. So please, go ahead. I'm good. Good. Y'all must think I only go hard with like them little weird ass barbs. I don't got no time for no artists, my nigga. Like, okay, if you think this is like you're the biggest in the world, okay. All right, my nigga, get me out of it. Let's see how the sales keep looking. I would love to see a project drop in the next 3 months without act. 0. Somebody say I'm mad. I don't care if I say I'm mad or not. That doesn't affect me. That affects him, I believe. But I'll place a bet. Somebody said, go hard. Don't give. If Dirk said the same, I would say the same about Dirk. I'll say, all right, Dirk. I don't care about these artists like that, bro. So. So he did 62 on this one. If he drops in the next 3 months, let's see how that go. And y'all can post that everywhere. That's a pledge. I got no more posts, nothing more to talk about. I'm going to move on from this topic. According to Youngboy, I'm a bitch. You wouldn't want a bitch posting about you anyway. Let's keep it going. All right. Anyway, we're going to investigate this whole thing about Rollo allegedly biting the cheese. I keep telling y'all Atlanta seems like the home of, snitches. Youngboy fans, this is where y'all exit. I'm done talking about him. I'm going to give out a little grace period. I can get out. Cardi fans, y'all stay. Uzi fans, y'all stay. Dirk and OTF fans, y'all stay. 6ix9ine fans, y'all stay. 4K Trey fans, we have no more content for y'all for 3 months. 3 months. Y'all can hit the door, please. Somebody just called. No. You see, first of all, I'm older than Youngboy. I don't know if y'all think some nigga's a king to me. A nigga who's never given me nothing. Somebody said, call YB. He didn't call me. If he called me and we had a conversation, he could be even mad. Like, bro, you know how many artists call me and we mad and we talk about it, it's whatever. If your first inclination is on Twitter, stay there. But now, next time, don't call me asking, Act, let me get your password because I want to preview some music. This is things I've never done this for artists before. Even 6ix9ine never asked this. Act, give me a password for your main page. I'm about to go live on there. I want to preview some music. Oh, all right. I just gave him my password for my main page. Oh, go ahead, bro. Go promote your album yourself, man. All right? It is what it is. All right. So 1090 Jake put out this video. He put out this video about Rollo, and I was about to watch it, but I can't watch it until I'm on here. Everybody's wondering if, did Rollo snitch? A guy, his name is like Get Doe or whatever. He basically said that he been fucking with Rollo for the longest, and apparently paperwork just came out that Rollo gave up some information in a proffer session, and maybe that got people indicted this and third. But that guy's considering a snitching, and Rollo was saying, hey, listen, you're only finding out about this paperwork coming out because there's a prosecutorial misconduct case going on, and that's fucked up. However, people are like, by the way, he got on the phone with the guy, and I don't know if the guy chopped and screwed the interview, but I'll play what the interview looks like. The interview came off like this on the guy's side because he was recording Rollo, who's currently incarcerated. Let me play it. You tell me what this sounds like.
In black and white, bro. I'm reading your lawyer pleading on your behalf, trying to get this record sealed because of this information that you gave. You saying that you never said that you didn't do it, but you had me believing for 5 years that you kept it solid, dog. And in the paperwork, it say that in 2 months, y'all got locked up in April. In June 6th, you gave a proffer. And you gave up information. You gave them folk the code to your phone and let them review it in your presence. That's what the paperwork say.
I ain't opposed to that shit. Belong to him. The documents that you see is from a prosecution misconduct hearing. Okay,
but so if you saying that you gave them just the phone information because you knew nothing was in the phone, what about this shit on page 12, line 12 and 13 where
when a nigga says, but what about page 12? Oh, man, that nigga been doing some fucking reading. Let me tell you this, man. You drop a fucking book in front of niggas, they will never read more than 5 lines. This nigga done read everything. He said, but what about page 12, line 5, paragraph 3? Oh, hell nah.
It say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine. He knows about shootings and the marijuana where it say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine. It's in black and white, bro. I'm reading your lawyer pleading on your behalf, trying to get this record sealed because of this information that you gave. You saying that you never said that you didn't do it, but you had me believing for 5 years that you kept it solid, dog. And in the paperwork, it say that in 2 months, y'all got locked up in April. In June 6th, you gave a proffer and you gave up information. You gave them folk the code to your phone and let them review it in your presence. That's what the paperwork say.
I ain't opposed to that shit. Belong to him. The documents that you see is from a prosecution misconduct
But
hearing.
okay, but so if you saying that you gave them just the phone information because you knew nothing was in the phone, what about this shit on page 12, line 12 and 13, where it say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine, he knows about shootings, and the marijuana, where it say he is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamine.
Okay, I'm not opposition to that. Listen, when you go in there, they ask you other questions. I made my presentation. They started asking other questions.
You know the code though. That's what I'm saying. You know the code. You ain't supposed to have no meeting with them folks in the first place.
Queen, I was presented a situation that other.
You know who he sound like right there? He sound like T.I. It's something about when people get to talk about that legal stuff, like the vernacular, the vocabulary expands. I was presented a situation, expedition, like.
Only reason why you know about this is because of the prosecution misconduct hearing. All these rap niggas pay that money to get out of jail.
But we ain't these rap niggas though.
Listen, please consider this. I got caught with this shit on the plane. Say, what the fuck you thought I was gonna do?
Take your lick. Like shit, it's just a week. Well, okay. Listen. Remember when before you got locked up, I used to always tell you, "Hey, don't do this. Hey, don't do that. Hey,
I agree with you. Okay, I'm not opposition to that.
All right. So apparently 1090 Jake got on a situation, and let's play what 1090 Jake essentially figured out. I didn't watch it yet, but we're gonna watch it with you. So they're basically saying Rollo cooperated, and let me kind of break it down a little bit further. They feel he snitched because he engaged in a proffer. So let me tell you what a proffer is. A proffer is usually agreement with you and the prosecutor. It's usually an investigative type of situation where they will bring somebody in and say, hey, listen, we have a subpoena for you to come in. However, that don't mean either we're charging you, or sometimes you might be charged already, but if it's a proffer session, they might be like, hey, listen, we're trying to find out information about some other shit. If you tell us this information, and this is usually the agreement, anything you tell us won't be used against you. So we're trying to find out information, or we're trying to, get some information that we think you have. If you tell us, we're not going to prosecute you with it. Now, here's the thing. The information you give can be used to prosecute others. So that's why there's a snitch kind of cloud hovering over it, because you give some information, that information could help them crack whatever case they have, right? Let's play it.
I don't know goddamn man on this earth, dog. I was presented this situation where a person goddamn was willing to goddamn take some money to take a charge for me, and goddamn I wanted to go that route. And the only thing I have admitted to was trying to trick the feds and manipulate the feds. It's just how the game go, bro. You don't let the big dog go down. You take the fall for the man can stay out and eat, bro.
97 months. The federal sentence of Terrell Davis, who's more commonly known as the Atlanta rapper Rollo. Incarcerated since 2018 for his role in trafficking marijuana across the country, this was the trap star who purchased an entire apartment complex in the hood, turning it into a fortified base where those under his command lived rent-free and protected the property with high-caliber firepower.
Holy.
Instagram posts with Floyd Mayweather amounts of cash and a caption that would later be used against him in court would highlight the luxury lifestyle of one of Atlanta's most infamous and carefree drug dealers. Even with being sentenced to federal prison, Rollo just recently released an album from behind bars that was entirely recorded in prison, entitled 97 Months. But only days after its release, one of Rollo's ex-associates lit a match that started a fire in the house of hip-hop. John Doe, who can be seen in multiple pictures with Rollo and supporting him during his legal trouble, took to Instagram with a surprising caption reading, "These days, they will give a rat a pass long as he rich." Way too many rat sympathizers out here eating for clout or opportunity. Don't ask me why I ain't post that rat new mixtape. I don't support rats. I don't give a fuck who you are or what you got. If you broke the code, you not my type of guy. I'm about to draw the line in the sand and force y'all rat lovers to pick a side. The strong accusation would soon be followed by a post to an Instagram account named News Made It, with 2 pages of paperwork alleging Rollo's lawyer attempted to seal documents in the case to keep the public from knowing Rollo cooperated. Rollo would respond to the accusations with a long caption saying, "When there's no loophole in a case, you gotta make a loophole." He'd swear he never cooperated and not one person can say they're in jail because of him, and that his plug, his alleged shooter, and another man the government questioned were all dead. Rollo's response would lead many to assume he must have told on the dead men he was referring to. Following up with a second post, Rollo would go on to say he never snitched or gave up any of his plugs. He got more time than anyone in his case, and he's still locked up while everyone else is out. Now, I reached out to John Doe, and while he hasn't released 167 pages, he sent me some stuff y'all have never even seen. And come to find out, he had reached out to me weeks before any of this was even exposed. Back in early April, John Doe had apparently sent me a message offering Rollo's paperwork for an undisclosed amount of money. Either ignoring it or not seeing the message, he'd send it to me again after I reached out and explained he initially didn't expose the paperwork because he was trying to sell it, so Rollo's co-defendants who actually exposed it could make a profit. According to the paperwork, back in 2018, not long after Rollo was taken into federal custody, he'd agreed to cooperate in the case. But an investigation into Rollo's own lawyer would turn into a 2-year delay in Rollo's cooperation. The paperwork that's recently hit the internet isn't actually from Rollo's cooperation, but court transcripts from 2020. On the bottom of page 3, Rollo's lawyer would introduce himself as Brian Steele and insist to the judge that this be a closed hearing under seal.
By the way, Brian Steele is Young Thug's attorney. I just want to point it out for you, Young Thug Brian Steele. So this guy, I told you, he's the number one attorney in the whole Atlanta area. So everybody gets him. The number 2 to him is who Gunna got, which is Sado. Let me just type that in. Yeah, Gunna got this guy, which his name is Steve Sado. Okay, so these are the people. These are the top 2 lawyers in Atlanta. You're gonna see them a lot. I know a couple top lawyers that deal with usually rappers from New York, but in Atlanta, you're always gonna. By the way, you know, and I know some of y'all might not care about this. Do you know what this means, right? Imagine you're this guy. You're Brian Steele. This trial for Young Thug, you got to bill at least $10 million. He's going to make $10 million off Thug. You're a celebrity lawyer. You're a celebrity defender. You have mad cases you've beaten. He's got bank. So this guy right here, you're going to hear his name a lot when we talk about Atlanta rappers. And by the way, unfortunately, a lot of Atlanta rappers are under fire. And they all try to get the best lawyer. Guess who the best lawyer is? This guy. You're always going to hear about him. Brian Steele. Let's get back to the video. Sorry.
He'd continue on page 4 by saying there are so many items that are going to come out that affect Rollo and affect another person in the bar community, referring to Rollo's previous lawyer. On page 5, Rollo's current lawyer would say he understands that eventually the public has to know because the report and sentencing recommendation will be public. The prosecutor would oppose the motion to seal, and the judge would clear out the courtroom aside from Rollo, his defense, and the government. The prosecutor would continue, saying this case and situation does not involve any of the things that would require the hearing to be closed off to the public. He'd state the issue was about a proffer that occurred at which Rollo provided information to the government. The prosecutor then said it's his belief that Rollo and his lawyer want the fact that he cooperated kept out of the public's knowledge. But that isn't the only issue. The second issue was Rollo's former lawyer, Ashutosh Joshi, was a target of the investigation himself and alleged to be the possible drug supplier. Ash Joshi is the same lawyer who represented Gucci Mane and his infamous.
By the way, thank you, Beefy Bitcoin on YouTube. He says, yo, Ak, there ain't no one for Young Thug to snitch on. He's the top. He's John Gotti and all his are Sammy the Bull. Yeah, no, you're right. I never said that Young Thug was in a position to cooperate at all. I'm just talking about the lawyer. The lawyer, Young Thug has the best lawyer in town. I was only talking about Brian Steele. He's the best lawyer in town. Okay? And Young Thug has him. By the way, he's not taking no new clients. He's only working on Young Thug case, which might last for over a year. Okay? But previously, he used to anybody with that super big bag could get him. So Rollo got him in the past. Okay? So, yeah, I wasn't insinuating that this guy is helping people tell, okay? So thank you for the donation, but that's not what it is.
Infamous murder case. The prosecutor would say that Rollo's argument is the government knew Joshi was targeted in the investigation when he sat down as Rollo's lawyer during the proffer. Rollo's current lawyer would reply by asking if the judge decides not to close the courtroom, then to refer to the proffer.
By the way, I hate to pause this. Lil Durk just tweeted, fuck you and suck a dick. No, fuck you, suck a dick who you came with. Hey, I just want to be very clear and honest. Youngboy, this is Lil Durk torturing you. You're on house arrest. He's torturing you. He knows you're going to tweet 5 tweets. And yes, I ain't going to post about you. Yeah, you got it. I'm a bitch. I'm cool. You got me. You ask a bitch, fine. But this is a nigga who y'all are trading subliminal messages. This message for you. I'm telling you that. But he's doing it because you responded. He's using your energy once again. You know what he knows when he sends this you're going to do? You're going to send 10 tweets on your little burner account called Bay Help Top. And you're going to seem obsessed, and then he's going to promote that he has a song with Future or Drake or some shit like that and make nobody think about you. I'm telling you, this is a fact. Don't get outsmarted. I keep saying it, but I'm telling you, Durk is playing such a devious game. At the end of it, people look at y'all like, what was y'all doing and what was he doing? Because he knows how to rile y'all up. This tweet is to rile you up. You're going to tweet 5 tweets. I know this. By the way, I don't know if he's watching this live. You're going to tweet 5 tweets. Oh, fuck you, blah, blah. You're going to tweet a bunch of shit. And then you know what he's going to do? I promise you. In the next 48 hours, Durk is going to promote a song that he has coming up or tease something about the album. He's baiting you. I know you're young. I've been in this entertainment shit a long time. I'm telling you what's going to happen. Don't believe me, though. Remember, I'm a bitch. So it's cool. When this happens, I'll just report. Actually, yeah, I'll report on the bullshit. I just won't post it on Instagram anymore.
As a meeting, because people know the definition of a proffer, which simply put is when a defendant agrees to provide information to the prosecutor. Rollo's lawyer would continue by saying, if it comes out that Rollo gave information, that's a lot of information on a lot of people that are well known in his community, and it would not look good for Rollo. According to the paperwork, Rollo provided agents with his password to his cell phone during the proffer, in which the government was able to find tremendous amounts of inculpatory evidence. Crazy inculpatory evidence. But at the time this happened, Rollo had conflicted counsel, as his lawyer was also under investigation. Exhibit 4 in the case, which is sealed, is a 2-page proffer agreement requiring full cooperation. But within notes, Rollo's lawyer at the same time was instructing him not to discuss the supplier, who was allegedly the lawyer's business partner, which essentially blew Rollo's cooperation deal. The judge would read Rollo supposedly gave information in the proffer against other people, alleged transactions, and other alleged crimes. Rollo's lawyer would say they had an agreement with the court, the proffer would not be shared with the public, and that Rollo was discussing the entire marijuana trafficking issue, all the flights taken, the pilots knowing about it, and then who's the supplier, which according to the government was Rollo's previous lawyer and his business partner, Manu Jones.
Wait, they said Rollo knew about the pilots? So if you guys don't know, like, Rollo got arrested ultimately for having $1 million worth of weed on a plane. I don't know if this is saying that he provided information to say that the pilots knew about the weed, which is like...
trafficking issue, all the flights taken, the pilots knowing about it, and then who's the supplier, which according to the government was Rollo's previous lawyer and his business partner, Manu Jones. Rollo's current lawyer would continue to say Rollo is cooperating against heroin, methamphetamines, he knows about shootings, and the marijuana, but he's not answering the questions. At the same time, the government was getting information from both Rollo and Rollo's previous lawyer, who was under investigation, and the government dragged the lawyer's investigation out. 2 years had now passed, leaving Rollo unable to cooperate against anyone in the case because they'd all already been revealed. In response to the paperwork, Rollo's team would post to his website a preview of Rollo's autobiography in which he'd seemed to admit to his cooperation, but with a strategic twist.
Wait. Whoa. He admitted? Hold on, let's read this. My arrest broke countless hearts. My supporters was dying to help me get out. Some came to every court date. I lost count of how many letters I received with advice I should use to get out. But it was one person that my team thought stood out more than any of them. My mission seemed to be more realistic than the others. His mission seemed to be more realistic than the others. This person called himself the Pimp. I will not mention his name out of respect and honor. I don't ever intend for no human being to ever go to jail on my behalf, so let's protect his confidentiality. My first thought to myself in question to him was, how the hell can a pimp help me? Although some of us as dope boys kicked it with pimps wasn't in the field. Islam had taught me how to honor and respect women, but he had enlightened on how he was able to manipulate the feds and get a major cut on his sentence. He called this art, pimping the feds, which was a part of the game that I've never heard before. I remember some words he said that stuck with me over the years.
But with a
I bet.
strategic twist. Rollo would claim a man reached out to him with a way to pimp the feds by essentially paying someone to take the fall for crimes Rollo was going to tell the government was committed. Rollo's lawyer reached out to the government saying his client had information he was willing to share and a meeting was scheduled. Rollo gave what he thought would benefit him and his team without actually affecting him and his team, but the feds weren't going for it. Uninterested in what Rollo was offering, the feds wanted to know about Rollo's involvement in shootings and murders. Unable to provide them the information they sought, the meeting was then ended. While Rollo's attempt at pimping the feds failed, Rollo's new lawyer was able to attack a new angle, as Rollo's old lawyer allegedly conspired with the government against Rollo while also representing him. The conflicting lawyer led to a prosecutor's misconduct motion in which Rollo attempted to get the entire case thrown out. That too failed, and in the end, Rollo was sentenced. What's interesting is, as previously stated, Rollo's lawyer was fighting to keep his cooperation sealed and understood that at sentencing, it would be revealed. But within Rollo's sentencing transcripts, cooperation was never mentioned. At no point did the judge, lawyer, or prosecution highlight any cooperation which would have been used towards a sentencing reduction. Now the question that's gone unanswered is which co-defendant or co-defendants actually exposed the paperwork. None of them have come forward to speak on the situation aside from John Doe, who isn't involved in the actual case.
Hello? Assalamu alaikum. What's law? You at work? Yeah. So do you mind me telling the internet that you tried to take charges for me and all that? No, man, you know that, bro.
I say,
No, man. Huh?
you my co-defendant. He had nothing to do with our case out. So I don't know why the hell he acting like I done told him all my co-defendants out. That's what I'm trying to clarify. The whole world think I just told on my co-defendants.
That nigga lame as hell for that shit, bro. Me, man, that shit lame as hell, bro. Like, bro, that shit lame, bro. Like, nigga, you know how mad I'm behind that shit, bro. That shit, that like, bro. All this Muslim shit you say you Muslim bitch ass nigga hot fucking brother fall, bro. Bitch ass cop, that shit lame, bro. That shit got me heated up for real, nigga. I can't even punch that word. This keep coming up to, man. I'm just gonna tell you nigga, man, butter around. I was somebody who watched did that third, and you said you gonna get a handle. Now he making false accusations, bro. That shit lame, weird, bro. Nigga, like for real, I'm blowing heat behind that shit, bro. For real, bro. That's some bitch ass shit, bro. That shit lame, nigga. For real, bro. Don't do no pussy ass shit like that, bro.
But what I'm trying to clarify is that did I ever tell on you? You my co-defendant. You my little brother who tried to take the charge.
Yes, but you can tell the internet out.
I'm saying, answer the question. Like, did I?
Nah, nigga, you ain't never told me, nigga.
I just want to make sure.
And what would the motive be behind John Doe exposing the paperwork? Initially, reaching out and seeking money. He claimed the money would be for the same co-defendants who supplied him with the paperwork, but John Doe hasn't revealed who that is. In between Instagram posts about Rollo, John would promote his business as well as his own music, leading some to think this was a promotional run. But John would stand on the only motive for him releasing it is he felt played standing behind somebody who he feels should have never cooperated in any way, regardless of if it affected anyone or if Rollo had a fall guy. At the end of the day, the 167 pages still remain sealed, along with many other documents, meaning nobody but those directly involved in the case have access and the ability to release them. As far as if Rollo is a snitch, none of the documents released have named anyone affected by anything Rollo said. Rollo himself has admitted he embellished stories and had fall men willing to take charges for money.
Hold on, though. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to talk to 1090 Jake at some point. When Boston Richie said he lied to the cops, it's like, oh, no, you snitched. Rollo just embellished stories. What is the difference? According to Boston Richie, when he lied to the cops, no one got arrested. We're now hearing Rollo embellished and no one got arrested. What's the difference?
The feds didn't acknowledge any cooperation that assisted their investigation, and Rollo didn't receive any benefit, sentencing reduction, or even consideration of lesser time for cooperation. In the end, it would appear Rollo attempted to lie to the feds and failed, resulting in a false cooperation that his lawyer tried to keep under wraps, knowing the effect it would have on his career if it got to the internet. Now, this entire case is wild. And immediately when I heard about the situation, I started looking at the paperwork. I got in contact with John Doe. I'm hearing everything he's saying. I'm blown away by it. But at the same time, I questioned, why not release all 167 pages? Why just bit by bit it? And I mean, yeah, if I seen his message, because I don't remember seeing his message beforehand, but if I saw a message saying, yo, I got paperwork on somebody, give me some bread, I'm the one that finds the paperwork. I'm not paying you for paperwork, because I'm not going to stamp anything I can't find myself, because I'm going to go directly to the source. And I'm going to say right now, none of this paperwork is publicly available. None of you can get it. I can't get it. Only Rollo and the people associated within the case have access to this. So nobody can stamp shit. The fact that Rollo is saying, yeah, this happened and this happened, but this is how it happened, is confirming the paperwork. But this is the thing. John Doe recorded Rollo speaking, but edited out the parts he didn't want anyone to hear on what Rollo was saying. I commented on Rollo's picture on Instagram. I was able to get in contact, direct contact with him. So everybody on Instagram was commenting like, oh, white boy, mind your business, oh, da-da-da-da-da. Not even knowing that I'm on the phone with the same person you over here trying to defend that you've never spoken to a day in your life. Which is crazy because people just went to immediately assuming and trolling. But let me get back to the point here. I was able to hear Rollo out from his perspective on how everything played out. Reading the paperwork, I was able to get John Doe to keep sending things. And as he kept sending them, I'm reading through it from an unbiased perspective. His own lawyer was saying, my client has spoke about this, my client knows about this and that. He's trying to make his client sound like fucking Batman because that's gonna make Rollo look good. The feds was saying, ain't none of this doing nothing for us. So the fact is, whatever Rollo was given wasn't cutting it. Nothing says it was used against anybody. No one's come forward saying it was used against them.
This is where, and when I talked to 1090 Jake, not to reveal my hand, I gotta ask him. 1090 Jake also said, basically saying good morning to the cops, and if you drive by a cop in the morning and say good morning, that's snitching. He said giving any information to the police is cooperation. Now, I feel like he's being a little bit nuanced here. Oh yeah, he gave information, but none of it was used. Well, ain't that Boston Richie's whole story? Yeah, I said some shit, but the people were fake. But let's say they did exist. It wasn't used, and it didn't lead to no convictions. At that point, how different is Rollo from Boston Richie? Now, here's my opinion on all this. I don't think either. I think the streets have become so irrational that defending yourself is snitching. By the way, part of any legal defense, especially for really high-level crimes, are going to be certain proffer sessions. A proffer is not a snitch session. But the streets are making everything to say, if you tell the cops anything, you're snitching. So that's my only, I'm looking at it to say, I wouldn't consider Boston Richie nor Rollo a snitch. If 1090 Jake is saying, well, nothing was used to convict no one. I'm also thinking, I'm like, oh, good. All right, you're not a snitch to me. Again, remember, I'm not in the street, so, I'm just giving a civilian opinion. But I'm also saying the same thing about Boston Richie. No, nothing he said convicted nobody else either. What's the difference? Do you know what I'm saying? So I wanted to ask you guys, set this out, because you justify 6ix9ine. I never said 6ix9ine didn't cooperate. 6ix9ine is a federal cooperant. That's a fact. Nobody ever said he didn't. Nobody ever used 6ix9ine. By the way, the reason, 6ix9ine is relevant to all these situations because 6ix9ine has a scarlet letter of a snitch. People are seeing who else has a scarlet letter. 6ix9ine shit was black and white. A lot of these situations we're talking about are gray area. These niggas never ever took the stand. These niggas maybe just had an interview with the police, and maybe before even they called for a lawyer, they said a couple things. Now, with a proffer, your lawyer is supposed to be there, okay? With Boston Richie, he never sat there with his lawyer giving up information. He was a young kid just basically trying to figure out how he could finesse out of the situation. He said he lied. Who knows if he lied? In a proffer, your lawyer is saying, okay, cool. All right, well, your lawyer could actually invoke or have you invoke your rights when you're being questioned. You get what I mean? So my thing is that this is why I keep saying snitching is a conversation about hood lawyers, because it's not black and white. Yeah, if we cool with you, you didn't snitch. But if we not cool with you, you did. Right? Both people gave information. None of it got used. How is Boston Richie a snitch, but Rollo's not a snitch? I thought the burden of proof was giving information. I didn't know the new burden of proof for some people is the information used. So I think that's where it's getting confusing. And again, with a 6ix9ine situation, is black and white. This shit this shit with Boston Richie shit is like, that's why I step out of this conversation. This is 1090 Jake's lane, and I'll let it go.
So Rollo saying, yeah, I made up some shit, lied, and gave it to the feds, hoping it would work, seems like it happened because he didn't even benefit from what he actually did. There was no sentencing reduction that I saw. There was no points. There was no consideration. Hey, he tried.
By the way, Boston Richie said he spun the cops. He was not at risk for any type of legal action. He wasn't at risk for any legal action. They pulled him on. They pulled him into the interrogation room on unrelated charges, and he said he's a young kid and he tried to spin them, but there's no sentence reduction. There's no promise made for him neither. But it was put across like Boston Richie's a snitch. So if Boston Richie's a snitch, what about Rollo? I don't think neither of them are snitches. Be honest.
To do this and none of that. And then because his own lawyer was allegedly the plug, which is something out of a fucking movie, and his lawyer was telling the government this and that while telling him this and that, that played out into a 2-year delay in which he couldn't have cooperated against anybody because of how much time had gone by. Everyone was already wrapped up. The feds knew everything that they needed. So they want to know about murders and shootings, and Rollo isn't talking about it. So, in my opinion, I don't think he snitched. And I talked to a couple of YouTubers about this. I talked to Seti Nash, King AK-47, shout out to them. I broke it down like this from a perspective of, if me and Seti Nash are inside of a car, we get pulled over, and I got a gun on me. I'm a felon, he's not. Yo, bro, I'm going to face this much time. If I get caught with this, you're going to face a lot less. I'm going to give you $50K to take this gun charge. If they ask me whose gun it is, I'm going to say it's yours. He's like, all right, bet. I give him the gun. Police take me out of the car. Hey, whose gun is that? That's his gun. We already made a deal. He got the $50K. He took the charge. I'm free. But if someone later exposes the paperwork, look, 1090 Jake told on Seti Nash. He said that was his gun because that was something that we established we were going to do. What Rollo is saying in this situation is he found someone or a group of people or whatever the fuck the situation is, and he was going to give $400,000 fucking dollars. And y'all watching this can't tell me you wouldn't be willing to sit down for a year for $400,000. So he's saying he found somebody that was willing to take some money to take the fall. He was going to say, oh yeah, this person was moving this and they had this over here. They did that and the feds listened to it. They wasn't buying it. They didn't go for it. That's the situation we're left with. At the end of the day, the internet is going to run with what they want to run with. They're going to hear him. They're going to hear the audio. They're not going to hear about the rest of it. A lot of people don't want to hear about the rest of it. I'm not going to say John Doe is wrong, but I would have liked to hear the conversation unedited, to hear what he was saying back. But let me know y'all thoughts and comments. Maybe y'all feel a different way, and I want to hear it. It's 1090 Jake. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. Till next time.
By the way, salute to 1090 Jake. Please go watch this video. Very great and brilliant challenge. I will say this, after having 1090 Jake on here a couple times, I think a lot of these situations is based on what you believe snitching is, right? And if your level of if the caliber that you decide what snitching is essentially dependent on did you talk to the police or not, there's going to be a lot of snitches. If you change that level to, oh, did it put somebody in jail? Maybe a little bit less. If there's a multiple different factors associated. I'm glad I'm just not in his position because here's the thing. And again, I'm assuming this. I don't know if this is true. I think Rollo's team hit him up. I think Rollo's team hit him up and be like, hey, we're gonna cooperate with you looking into it. And you got to remember, he can't get all the full information right now. So he can't get all he said it. Yo, I can't get all the documents I need to make an objective opinion because these people would have to get it. It's sealed. So you know how you influence that person? Hit them up like, yo, bro, they're lying on me. Let me talk to you. Let me explain it. I'm going to give you my side, and I'm going to give you the info that I got, which all makes me look good. You can't get the objective info anyway. So let me just kind of make, so it's one of those things, and I think that's a tough spot to be in, but this is why this is kind of 1090 Jake's lane. You get what I mean? I'll leave it at that. All right. It's kind of cool. What else are we talking about, people? Northside Capo says, yo, 1090 just explained it. If you pay your man to take your charge, that's not snitching. You're just going to look funny in the paperwork. I got no opinion. Hey, if you listen to the information here, I don't know if this is the guy that got paid, but it's like, I don't know if in the streets, like, you see, now we start talking about in the streets, what people accept. When you listen to this feels like, oh, I didn't know that you were cooperating. It's one thing, it's like, oh, everybody knows you're going to say something, but it's not the truth, but you're saying it for somebody else to catch a charge. That's not and that guy knows that he's supposed to take the charge for you. This don't seem like this.
It's in black and white, bro. I'm reading your lawyer pleading on your behalf, trying to get this record sealed because of this information that you gave. It's you saying that you.
And also, if that's what you're doing, then it's okay. Why are you sealing the record? Again, I don't got no horse in the race, and so I'm not going hard as I don't care. But if you're saying you're doing some shit that is normal, you're getting your man to take the charge, why do you need it sealed?
You never said that you didn't do it, but you had me believing for 5 years that you kept it solid, dog. And in the paperwork, it say that in 2 months, y'all got locked up in April. In June 6th, you gave a proffer, and you gave up information. You gave them folk the code to your phone and let them review it in your presence. That's what the paperwork say.
I ain't opposed to that shit. Belong to him. The documents that you see is from a prosecution misconduct.
All right. Well, hey, I got no horse in the race. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, yo, I kind of want to play this Andrew Tate Vice takedown. We got a lot of people in the building, and I know a lot of y'all came for the whole me and Youngboy thing, and I don't think it's a me and Youngboy thing. Like I literally, I feel hurt because I love Youngboy, and when I mean I love him is like somebody who I fuck with heavy, like somebody who, despite even this, there's many more personal and just private conversations I wouldn't reveal. I wouldn't, I wouldn't ever say because I fuck with him. I thought we were mad cool, and I'm a little bit shocked that when you have a problem with somebody who again, I might be wrong. I think, hey, listen, one thing with me, I think I got a pure heart. I read relationships wrong. I be thinking I'm mad cool with niggas, and then niggas is basically like, I never fuck with him. He a bitch. I would never say that about Youngboy. I would never ever, like, I've had personal conversations with him. I would never ever refer to him like that, especially if I didn't speak to him before. So that's just how I treat relationships. But how I treat relationships is irrelevant to how other people treat relationships. I might have been looking at it with him, and this is how dudes are. Me and Youngboy ain't talked for a while, but I have a nigga right now who's in the Navy. Sometimes he goes on deployment for 6 months, and I don't get to talk to him at all. And he's in the middle of the ocean, and, it's hard to kind of communicate. I don't talk to him at all. And when we do talk, it's like we never, ever miss the beat. So that's kind of like how men usually are with people. So yeah, I didn't talk to Youngboy like in the last month, but I'm not like, yo, why isn't he calling me? Usually he calls me. I'm like, why isn't he calling me? Like, did he change his? I'm not thinking like that. But I do think that if he felt any way or had a problem, right? Or even if he wanted to just ask me a straight up question to be like, yo, like, yo, you know, I fuck with you and shit. Like, I feel like you supporting Dirk a little. Like, what's going on with that? Like, he could have just called me and asked me, like, yo, bro, what's going on? Like, I'm telling y'all, though, I think if he ever sees this, he'll see it now. I don't have a relationship with Dirk. I've never talked to Dirk about their beef. If anything, I think Dirk tried to start a relationship with me, but like, you know, we just talked once. That's it. It was like, yo, I'm gonna hit you back. Cool. We left it at that. He didn't call me like, hey, yo, I want you to stop fucking with Youngboy. I want you to be on my side. It's OTF, nigga. It's fuck the folk hit. No. So, like, I don't care what y'all say as fans, but I think I'm entitled to be a little bit disappointed and hurt that the person who I felt I've just blindly supported, despite what I told you, he called me from jail when nobody was fucking with me. So, yo, Ak, what's up? Like, yo, could you and Quando, like, what's up with that? Like, and I said, you know, I ain't really about nothing. All right, cool. We just dead it. He's like, yo, but what's up? Like, are people not rocking with like, you know, the 4K trade people? Like, what's up? And I'm like, you know what? Let me check out everything. Yeah, some people were like, oh yeah, I said this even on here. Some people didn't want to support, like, not Youngboy. Youngboy is lit. They didn't want to support Quando because they felt it would piss off Dirk and people like that. I said that. How could you accuse me of fucking hating on you or picking a side? Nigga, I've never told Dirk anything that I've even told you. That's the ultimate sign of somebody who's not like my biggest problem in life is seeing somebody as a friend who doesn't respect you the same. And at that point, there's no need for a relationship. Don't call me to be fake with me on the phone. We don't need to talk. You make millions of dollars. I make millions of dollars. I'm not jealous of you. I'm pretty sure you're not jealous of me. Do you think just let's leave each other alone? I hate that fake shit. Because if I had a problem with you, I would have called you. So because you didn't and you just went online, it's fine. But let's not do that, and let's not lie on my integrity. I'm not an industry guy. Acting as industry friends. I'm not an industry guy, bro. Lil Durk fucks with all the popular rappers. That's a fact. Is Act cool? Yo, Lil Durk has never given me an interview. Youngboy, I did a whole interview with you that you never wanted to put out. And it's fine. And I still, like, whatever. I don't even trip over it. Let's be honest. This is the thing. And I just want to put this out there because I don't give a fuck who you are. You might not think of me as a person, but I want to put this on file. I have 2 interviews. I don't want to get too much into it. I have 2 interviews that Youngboy is a part of that he commanded. Yo, Ak, go do these interviews. This is after the first one y'all would never hear. Hey, Ak, go here. I did them. It hasn't come out. Like, I'm not pushing it. I'm like, yo, what's up with it? Yo, if y'all wanted to come out, come out. These were all things, bro. I booked flights, wasted thousands of dollars. I'm bringing a crew. I'm going everywhere to do what a artist who I'm not looking at him as an artist. I'm looking at him as a friend. It's like if 6ix9ine right now says, yo, Ak, yo, meet me in motherfucking Minnesota. Yo, shit, I want to get this. I'm like, I wouldn't do it for like no random artist, but yo, 6ix9ine is my guy. This is somebody who have done that for. So when I see what he's talking about, I'm picking a side. Brother, I wasted tens of thousands of dollars for you. How could Dirk has never asked me to do anything other than like, oh, could you go live with me and like play video games back when he wasn't on? I've done that for you. How am I picking a side? If there's no loyalty, and I know some of y'all 4K trade fans because y'all just all just sucking dick. Y'all could two-hand it all you want. If a nigga has zero respect for you to realize I've never done that for anybody else. You're on a short list of 2 or 3 people I would ever do it for. 6ix9ine, you, and 21. Bro, that's some fake shit. And if you don't believe or agree that it's fake, well, y'all already are supporting or you're blindly influenced by somebody who could tell you anything. He could tell you it's winter when it's summer. And at that point, I don't want to be that's not a friendship. That's somebody who's a manipulator. I don't want to be a part of nobody's manipulation tactic. If you feel like I'm one of your fans or your drones when I'm a whole complete independent businessman myself, I don't want to be a part of what you got going on. And I'm telling you, like, y'all could put it out. I am hurt. I'm hurt because Youngboy is on a short list of rappers who I consider a friend. And I will be the first to say I was wrong. Put that in the record. And because of that, this is why I will act accordingly. I shouldn't be sitting here thinking, oh, Youngboy's my man. Let's keep promoting him randomly. I shouldn't be sitting here like, let me just keep incessantly posting a guy who would, in the drop of a dime. You know how many things I've posted about Lil Durk because 6ix9ine is my friend. 6ix9ine is my friend. And I've posted things, and now I stop. I told 6ix9ine, I'm like, I can't post it because, like, yo, bro, you're disrespectful, bro. This is too much. But you ever seen Durk just put out, like, yo, fuck that nigga act? Bro, he's never still ever did that. Why 6ix9ine is wildin'? So when I see Youngboy do that, I'm like, yo, I could tell what type of individual this is. You're somebody who wants to use and manipulate people. And I get it. You have 10 girls that's your baby mamas. And you have your crew that you could tell them anything and you could talk to them anyway. I've seen it. I've heard it. But I'm my own man who you've never given nothing to. I've only extended and spent my own money to try to do things on your behalf. I'm good. And I wish you luck, my brother. And I don't know if it's like I'm operating like that was you tweeting all that stuff. But if we go separate from here, trust me, I'll be fine. And I know you'll be fine too. I believe at a certain point in the future, we'll probably be able to talk. And whenever we do talk, we're probably going to get like, you know, who knows? Like maybe I'm not saying something. Maybe I'm not being all the way fair. Like maybe I did something that you felt disrespectful. I don't know. Like I wouldn't know. And we could have that conversation as men. But let me tell you this. You're not 16 no more. You got 2 federal charges. You just beat one, and I'm happy for you. But you're a grown man. So this antisocial acting and this painting the nails, this is great. You can paint your face, buddy, but you're a grown man. You're a man. Remember that. You're a man. And what happens when you're a man and you have people you care about and you have friends and you have people who have done things for you, you talk to them like men. You have respect for them. So all that, oh, fuck everybody and you're antisocial, cool. But if you don't have respect for even the people who have helped you get to where you are, or people who have tried to assist you, or people who have blindly just, oh, whatever you say, because I believe in you, you don't have respect for nobody at all. I'm not one of them girls you have on your roster. It will never happen. So at a certain point when you eventually come back down, you get a little bit humble, you start having some realistic thought, I'm always inviting for that conversation. I don't need you to apologize to me. I just need you to talk to me. That's it. All right. Somebody said this is a breakup. Somebody said, how many of y'all think I didn't cry before the stream? Because I'm pretty certain we will talk. I'm just disappointed that he thought, bro, I could tell you my conversation with both. Listen. Somebody's not your mans if you thinking they're rocking or they're being fake to you, but they really are for your enemy. I don't sit and I've never talked about with Youngboy about whatever beef strategy or who we don't like. I just say, hey, listen, you might not want to respond to Durk. I think Durk is, I watch him. I see Durk. He's slick. He's a slick motherfucker. He's smart. Don't fall into his trap. That's the only thing I've ever said. I've never, I'm not this whole picking sides thing is acting like I'm a goon with y'all. I'm not a goon with y'all. And also, we gonna talk about it. Don't put smoke and mirrors into the fact, brother, you selling 62,000 is because of what you won't do. You won't focus on getting a hit. This is if you care about it. You told me you never cared. So I'm thinking there is, you're always going to be happy. You should never think there is people picking sides because you're always up then. You're making, Youngboy has made way more than Durk. I will say this now and I'll say this forever. He made way more money than Durk this year, last year, year before. But at this point, Dirk is playing the game. He's going to level up in the industry. You're not going to. You don't like to talk to these guys. You don't want to be around. You don't want to be friendly. The biggest artist you're cool with is Nicki Minaj. And y'all do songs from time to time that you barely promote. You got to play the game. Dirk plays the game. He plays the game. He plays the game and he's edgy. So the next time you drop an album, and when that shit do 80,000, don't be like, oh, it's because niggas like Ak is against me. I'm not against you. I love you. I listened to your music to today. You're one of my most played artists on my phone, constantly, in my car. I am not against you. If you think I am, you're not being realistic. But it's cool when you got a bunch of 16-year-olds who listen to you who just want to, it sounds good to be like, everybody's hating on me. That's what every 16-year-old says. But you're not 16 no more. Everybody hates on me. I'm the underdog. You're not the underdog. I could call a nigga right now who make Apple playlists. You know what they're going to say? Oh, if Youngboy tells he's dropping an album, he's at the top of the playlist. He's the face of the playlist. The niggas that work at Apple sent me screenshots after I said you were blackballed last time and said, how is he blackballed when we made the nigga the face of all these playlists? How? Why are you saying that? And I said, well, he was blackballed. They said, we're not speaking about the past. We're talking about now. He's not no more. So if you don't sell compared to Dirk, and I don't know if that's your metric, I wish, listen, if I could have, put it like this. If I could have ran Youngboy's campaign, bro, Youngboy would be selling 200,000. But Youngboy says, he told me directly he don't care about sales. You got to do few things to sell a 200,000. You got the biggest fan base. Bro, act like you're active, act like you care. Bro, activate your Instagram. Your main fans are looking at these weird accounts. Activate your main Instagram, preview some songs. Get a song that you definitely know is going to be a hit. Work it before the album comes out. Work a single for a chance, for a change. Do that. Okay, all right, cool. Bro, you're going to have to pop up, be a little bit more present in the press. Yes. Very minute things. And I'm pretty sure, I guarantee it. Nigga, I know everybody over at Capitol. Nigga, I got a deal over at Capitol. 10K falls under Capitol, by the way. At least with distribution. Bro, they gave that nigga the bag. Bro, they want him to do more. You know, I know they want him to do more. Because I'll tell you this, just because I'm a real nigga. And shit, if you want to get mad or you want to tell me to stop, it's cool. One of the posts, it's the first time I've ever gotten a promo post about Youngboy's album. You know why? That's your label doing it. They're trying to help you. Hey, we know you don't post. We need to let people know you dropped an album. They're spending a bag. Hey, let's try to let people know Youngboy is dropping. Because he won't tell nobody. He's trying to keep it a secret. If you think, I say all that to say I still have a lot of love for him, and I don't need no apology from him. I just want to talk to him. We've talked before, and we've, got clarification on shit. Why, you think I'm on Dirk's team or something like that? Bro, you think Dirk is trying to recruit me on his team? What? Bro, that sounds childish, dog. Come on. You're a grown man. All right. Anyway, people said, yo, look at Tory Lanez's Instagram. What's on Tory's Instagram? Instagram.com/Tory Lanez. What is it? Is another audio? No, it's not. What the fuck? Okay. So this is from Tory's lawyer. So Baez law firm, this Baez dude, this is the new lawyer. It says mistaken eyewitness identifications contributed to approximately 69% or more. Wait, hold on. Let's go back. Mistaken eyewitnesses identifications contributed to about approximately 69% or more of the more than 375 wrongful convictions in the United States of America that were overturned by post-conviction DNA evidence. So basically, they're saying that the eyewitness who, by the way, here's the ironic thing about this whole thing. The eyewitness in Tory's case was his own witness. Sean Kelly was a witness for the defense. He was supposed to go up there to say, I never seen Tory with a gun. I seen a girl with the gun. The day of, the prosecutor talks to Sean Kelly. Basically, I think, this is just my opinion, they threatened Sean Kelly with possibly perjuring himself to say, hey, if you lie, we might lock you up. So I don't know if you're being offered money by them other niggas, but we'll get you in jail. Is that money worth your freedom? And I believe that person was thinking and probably a little scared and probably said, fuck what it's been understood that I was going to say for Tory. And they said, who did you see with a gun? And it's the first time ever that witness said, I seen Tory Lanez with the gun shooting. But they didn't say shooting at Meg, but shooting in the air. That shit confirmed that Tory had a gun in his hand. Also, it plays a part on the jurors, because if we show up to court and you have a witness, I'm thinking the witness is either going to lie for you or say something favorable for you. But the witness came out and said, oh yeah, Tory had the gun. So the lawyer now is coming on, the motion for new trial to say, well, the eyewitness, it might have been our own witness, this probably was a mistaken identification shit. And the DNA proves it, because they're saying, remember, their own witness says that Tory had the gun. The DNA does not say that Tory, they can't prove that Tory had the gun. So they can't definitively prove. Now, it's inconclusive, which means they can't definitively prove or definitively disprove. But, they're going to look at the good side of things and say, well, that guy who was our witness who fucked it up, he said that Tory had the gun, but the DNA said that Tory didn't have the gun. Who are we going to trust? Him or the DNA? The prosecutor is going to come back and say, well, the DNA didn't say Tory didn't have the gun. It just said it couldn't prove Tory had the gun. So he might have had the gun. Anyway, look, eyewitness version 1. Okay, and did you state initially that you saw two girls fighting? There was the answer. This got to be Sean Kelly. It got to be Sean Kelly. It says, I did, yes. Because Sean Kelly initially, that's why the Tory was trying to get this guy as a witness. The guy put a statement to the police that he saw two girls fighting, and then he seen a gunshot get fired, and the muzzle flash was near the girl. And they did see two men, but the men were breaking up the fight, but the men did not shoot. They said the muzzle flash came from a woman, right? So I think it's a Sean Kelly, eyewitness version 1. Okay, and did you state that initially you saw two girls fighting? I did, yes. Did you say that after you saw two girls fighting, you saw one of the girls shoot, sir? Says, I believe so, but yeah, okay, that's definitely Sean Kelly if you ask me. Thereafter, did you say that the shooter or the shorter guy got involved at any point trying to take the gun away? And then that's when there was your objection leading, the court overruled, which means hey, you can't put words in his mouth that he's trying to say that the short guy was trying to take the gun away, blah, blah. And then it was is that what you said? The witness says, yeah. Let's keep going. Eyewitness version 2. Okay, let's see which eyewitness is this. Question. Sir, did you state that after the shooting, the shorter guy was trying to take the gun from the person that did the shooting? Answer. I never saw that. I mean, this wasn't something that took a long time. It was all instant. Okay, I think this is Sean Kelly again. So this is still Tory's witness. By the way, I keep telling y'all, as much as, listen, whether it's I'm dealing with Youngboy or I'm dealing with anybody else, again, and I want to make it clear again with the Youngboy thing, I do issue an apology if, my statements made it seem like something happened I didn't, which is they didn't squash beef. I was just saying they both weren't talking about each other currently. So there's an apology on the table if my statements were misleading. And I think they were. So there's an apology, facts. But for me, I try to just speak to the facts of things. And even here where people might think that I've been really pro-Tory, Me analyzing the situation now is not me being anti-Tory. I've heard people say the same thing to me, like, yo, you've switched up on Tory. No, it's not. I haven't switched up on Tory. I'm going off what is the verdict and also what is the transcripts. So the verdict is guilty. That's just what it is. So why is he guilty? Now, this is my opinion, but I'm going to keep spouting my opinion as well. He's guilty because his witness flipped on him. If you were the only eyewitness and you're supposed to show up in court to say, oh, Akademiks didn't do it, and you show up and say, oh, Akademiks did do it, you fucked up my case. So the Sean Kelly dude that was Tory's witness fucked up the case. Now, granted, there was something filed under seal recently by Tory's attorney, and I don't know if that might be like, oh, hey, Sean Kelly only changed his story because he was intimidated by the threat of arrest by the prosecutor. That would be dope, and that would actually be a huge win for Tory. But without that being said, people are just going to listen to what the eyewitness said the night of and then on the stand. The night of, they said Tory didn't shoot. The day of the stand, it's like the dude remembering some new shit, and he said, oh yeah, I did see Tory shoot in the air. Bingo. That alone helped send Tory to jail. Okay, so I think this is after they took an intermission and they were trying to ask the same questions again. There was a couple like people interjecting and raising objections or whatever cases. So he said, sir, did you state that after the shooting, the shorter guy was trying to take the gun from the person who did the shooting? The person now says, I never saw that. I mean, this wasn't something that took a long time. It was instant, right? And then someone, it says, oh, so question, it was quick? It's like, yes, I understand. And the question is, I understand that, sir, but we're trying to get a sequential after you saw the female shoot. What happened next? Did you see the gentleman do anything? Now, this should be the objection right here. Because again, Sean Kelly only ever stated that he saw a female press the trigger, or not, he never even said that. He said the muzzle flash was in front of a female, which people would assume is consistent with a female shooting. Now, he never said that on the stand. In reality, people feel like he was intimidated by the prosecutors to not say the same thing. So when this question comes out and say, I understand that, sir, but we're trying to get sequentially after you saw the female shot. What happened next? Did you see a gentleman do anything? He realizes that this is Tory's lawyer realizing the defendant the witness won't say what they said in the statement initially. So you quote the statement and then you try to kind of build off of it as a tactic. And this is what the person says. I just saw he was very angry. He was just shouting, and the flashers came from him. The flashes came from him. Remember, we could go back. Just Google muzzle flash woman Tory Lanez. Just Google it. Witness says muzzle flash was near a female. Oh no! This was during the trial, so never mind. That's when they switched his story. We got to go back before December. Let's see if I can find an article before December. Gotta be before December. Okay. Here we go. So April 17th. So this is April 17th. Look, let's look at this. Look, Kelly, which is Sean Kelly. I keep saying it. Kelly claimed he saw the driver exit wearing all black, and he joined the fray, which is like a whole little melee, a little argument or whatever the case is. Kelly was scared, and he asked his son to come into his room. He testified several times he saw a muzzle flash and heard what he thought was fireworks, but believes the flashes were from a woman. So what he told the police that night is that the muzzle flash, which would be the gun, when a gun shoots a bullet, it's almost like a little eruption. So that's the flash. Even if at nighttime you would see a little like almost a little fire. He felt that came from a woman. He said that the night of. What did he say on the stand? Remember, he's saying on the stand, the flashes then came from him. I never saw a gun. He said he never saw a gun, but he's now saying the flashes that he previously said came from a woman, he's now saying came from a dude. And, you know, as he was talking about the short guy being irate, now he's kind of almost pinning it on Tory, saying that he saw the flashes come from Tory, which is, hey, it's interesting because when Kelsey switched up her story, was like, oh no, let's play the initial interview. Tory's witness switched up the story, and nobody wants to care about the police report he gave, saying exactly the opposite now. Anyway, let's keep going. Then Tory Lanez post up again, which this is a lawyer. So Tory posted a lawyer by his law firm. Says, this is why the DNA that excluded Tory must be heard by jury. It's a farce that someone fires a gun 5 times and it's immediately recovered and doesn't leave DNA. Okay, so let me give you my interpretation of this whole thing. Tory Lanez is completely banking on the fact or the possibility that because the DNA cannot be connected to Tory without a shadow of a doubt, Tory should not be held liable for the shooting. Why? Because it's inconsistent reports by the witnesses, and essentially most people agree that if you fire a gun 5 times, you should have left DNA there. So that's the main thing with these posts. Now, I haven't seen it because they did file some stuff under seal. I don't know what Tory's full defense is, but this is a good one. I think this, along with the, Kelsey shouldn't have testified because Kelsey switched up her story, and the prosecutor, the judge allowed the defense to hear a whole interview that she did with detectives, or did with prosecutors actually, that wasn't sworn in. It was just somebody giving pretty much a police report. And that shit was weighed more heavily than when Kelsey had to go into court and put her right hand up and be like, hey, I swear to tell the truth, nothing but the truth, so help me God, and basically swear in. They took the words of a woman who was either distraught or might have been just trying to protect herself from conviction when she talked to the prosecutor months ago. So that's one of those things. Okay. All right, people. So that's the Tory shit. Hey, I do want to play this shit real quick, man. So I got to go over to Rumble. If you guys are on Rumble, please make sure you we're front page in it today. Hey, look at Rumble. They show me some love. I want y'all to go to Rumble and go to Take Confidential. And this was so hilarious, right? Before I play this, I have to give like a synopsis. Remember a couple weeks, maybe a month or so ago, I told you that there was going to be a hit piece done on me. And I said that the article was going to come from BuzzFeed News. Now, that was very interesting that I said it at that time, because eventually the article never came out. If you don't know what that article was about, a young woman who met up with a chat nigga. She met up with a chat nigga, a random chat nigga. And the chat nigga was like, yo, I fuck with Ak, right? The girl was looking for Instagram OnlyFans promotion, so she thought by fucking with that chat nigga, she was going to get on my platform to promote her, whatever she does on OnlyFans. Except she just linked with the chat nigga. And when she linked with the nigga, essentially, according to her, she thought that she eventually was going to see me. She didn't see me. She eventually had sex with the guy who was a chat nigga. And essentially, she charged the dude $1,000 to fuck, right? How did that happen? She was a dancer also, so she had went to a club. This was during quarantine. The club was basically it got shut down, and she didn't make any money dancing, so there was a guy there basically who allegedly offered her money. Like, hey, listen, y'all, I'll give you some money. Let's just fuck. She was like, yo, I don't know this guy. But remember the chat nigga who brought her out. She basically gave the same deal to the chat nigga. Like, hey, listen, I'm not going to fuck this guy because I don't know him. But I'll fuck you. Just give me $1,000 or whatever the case is. I'm not being too specific. At that point, whatever happened, according to the stories, the chat nigga charged back because it was done through PayPal. And the woman later talked about it. He talked about it on my stream. And she, because she's desperate for money, she sued me. And she sued the other niggas as well, but she's just trying to get money out of me, right? Now, while doing the lawsuit, remember, I've never met the woman. I've never, I've never seen her in life. But she's filed this lawsuit and attached me to it because she wants to get money out of me. Before Christmas, they came to me and they asked me for $300,000 to settle. They're like, hey, listen, we will cancel this lawsuit, give us $300,000. That was so disrespectful to me. I've never met this woman. I've never seen her in life. I've never had sex with her. Why the hell would I pay her $300,000? And this was her thing. She said I defamed her. I said no. So I told my lawyers, because I had to get lawyers. I said no. I'm not like, I got to stick on principle. Like, these women just think they can stick up dudes like me. I'm not going to do it. And yeah. So here how we make it full circle. They had told us, if you don't agree to the $300,000 before New Year's Eve, so they came to us around Christmas, and they say, if you don't agree to the $300,000, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the press. And we know you're famous, you're public, you're a public a person. We're going to embarrass you. And we're going to possibly put some stories in the air that maybe you could lose some jobs and lose some work. And you lose money, and maybe you lose more money than you could have paid to us for us to go away. It's a popular tactic that's used by a lot of people who say, hey, listen, you're in a position of power or you're in a position of notoriety. And because any allegation or substantive like threat could ruin your public image, you just want to pay to make it go away. It's hush money. It's like how Donald Trump paid a chick. He didn't pay her to fuck. He paid her to shut up. So they basically said, hey, yo, you want to pay this? I said, we're not paying it. That's not happening. I'm like, $300,000? That sounds ridiculous. They said, all right, fine. If you don't pay this, we're going to go to the media. Well, I said, well, I'm the media. We said, well, there's some other media. We're going to go to them, and we're going to purport the story like Akademiks is a person who did vile stuff. I said, what do you mean? Didn't really know. My lawyers didn't give a response until there was a journalist from BuzzFeed that hits up my lawyer. That says, yo, hey, you have any comment for a lawsuit that was filed against Akademiks? By the way, this is for something that happened on stream. So my lawyer said, what are you talking about? They cited the court case. They said, hey, from what we got from the defendant, they said that Akademiks lured them to New York to have sex with a random guy under the impression that they would do an interview with Akademiks. Also, there's a video of it. So Akademiks is indulged in revenge porn. Now, they use some of these trigger words when they ask my lawyer for comment, which, by the way, is exactly the reason why that woman's lawyer tried to stick me up for $300,000. They're like, you don't want the headline that says Akademiks did the revenge porn. That could make him look like a creep. So they wanted me to pay $300,000 just not to get the headline. So BuzzFeed News comes to my lawyer. I authorize what they could say, right? I also give a statement as well, but my lawyer does do their thing. And they did give a statement to BuzzFeed News. I've never met the woman. I never had sex with the woman. I've never seen the person in life. How could I didn't agree. I didn't ask you to come out here. I didn't book a flight for you. I never booked a hotel. I never seen you. You met up with a chat nigga. But I get it. I'm the guy with the money. So we gave a response, and my lawyer said to me, well, I got to be honest with you. And my lawyer's, it's a huge law firm, but, I'm dealing with a woman. There's a woman who was heading up my legal fight. She says, you're a man and I'm a woman, and I know what this girl is doing is bullshit. She's trying to stick you up because you're popular. And we get these cases from time to time. I know you don't want to settle because they asked me, do you want to settle? I said, no, I'd rather waste $200,000 than settle with this person. Because if you open Pandora's box and allow people to think that you're a free bag of money that they could come get, it will never stop. And my lawyer said to me, well, are you okay with them trying to put out purport a narrative that's not true? Because they were going to try to purport a narrative that, oh, this is what the headline said when they emailed my lawyer. Hey, do you have any comment for an article that Akademiks lured a girl to New York? Think about the word lured a girl to New York for a member of his chat nigga organization to fuck. And he then indulged in revenge porn. It sounds so horrible. They was like making me try to sound like R. Kelly. So it's like my lawyer basically saying, yo, do you just want to pay? Do you want us to negotiate? Like, you're not going to have to pay $300,000. But by the way, these people were probably good with getting $50,000. But I couldn't pay $50,000. Like, paying $50,000 for someone who was lying on me just felt like, bro, why am I even doing this? Like, if a woman could just pop up and make up a fucking lie and I got to give $50,000. Granted, they're asking for $300, so that was their ceiling. We could have came down, but I told my lawyer, do not negotiate. We can't negotiate with thoughts or terrorists, none of the sort. And I said to my lawyer, I said, yo, I'm gonna go to my audience because my audience knows me. I'm not the most perfect person, but they know I'm not a piece of shit. And when I mean a piece of shit, I'm not a fucking rapist. I'm not a scumbag. I'm also not like an abuser, nothing like that. Like, tell people the truth, and they know me more than sometimes I know myself. And I said, let me tell them the truth and I will not get extorted because that's extortion money. And I came to y'all, and I don't know if y'all remember, I came to y'all and I said, there's going to be an article published. And it's only going to be published because I turned down, I'm not paying these people $300,000. I'm not doing it. So let me just tell you what they're going to say. They're going to make up a lie to say that I lured somebody here or whatever. I don't know the person. I never told them to come. They only spoke to me once ever, and it was after they got here and fucked the guy. They were like, hey, I'm mad at you. And I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? They were like, yo, wasn't I coming here for you? No, you weren't. So anyway, I came to y'all and I told y'all the truth. And I told my lawyers, I said, one thing I know about my audience, they respect the truth. That's why even the whole thing with me and my ex, I don't care, man. Like, I can expose anything about me. Like, I'm going to always get on this shit. And when I'm looking at this camera and I'm going to talk in this mic, I'm going to just tell the truth. And you can say whatever about me. You can say I'm a simp. You can say I'm a bitch. You can say whatever. But the truth is always going to prevent somebody like me from getting extorted. And I told y'all, and I think y'all understood. And I was preparing for the article. It was there is a lawsuit already. We filed our counter. We're hoping it gets dismissed. I'll let you know. And also, the reason why I responded to is like, I ain't trying to have nobody Tasha K me. I got money in. So, you know what I mean? Tasha K broke. So, like, with Tasha K, they're asking for money she don't got. I got it. So, I got to, whatever. And by the way, once we win this lawsuit, we have all plans to get the money back from her. Don't worry. I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. I'm going to do some 50 Cent shit. Don't worry. Anyway, I was waiting for this article to come out. I said, okay, they're trying to shame me. I'm waiting for it. Like, I told my audience already, like, I was honest, but we know how it's going to look. The article never came out. And I found out why. Because these organizations, like, even how the journalists from BuzzFeed came to us, one of these woke motherfuckers who try to, like, be like a little feminist motherfucker, like, did you on a subtle level make it feel like this woman should come out here to fuck with your guy? Like, no, I didn't, motherfucker. But of course, they're like being super woke. Anyway, long story short, BuzzFeed News gets fucking shut down. You know why? These woke motherfuckers who have made a career and got their height at this whole Me Too movement. When the Me Too movement is a great thing when you have real people who are doing like disgusting shit, but then y'all take it too far when y'all try to get everybody. Oh, hey, you catcalled. You're a bad person. That's fucking dumb. So what ended up happening is that BuzzFeed News basically gets canned. Like, BuzzFeed News is no more. So the journalist and whatever article that was going to come out never came out. I was wondering why it never came out till I realized BuzzFeed News shut down. Then I realized, BuzzFeed News, which dragged media into the digital age, shuts down. Fucking done. Rest in fucking piss. You know why? Y'all operate on this woke agenda. Y'all followed these nefarious stories. Even, we work with that journalist and we gave them more than overwhelming proof. How are you going to write an article about me and I've never met this woman? I've never met her. I never told her to do nothing. I never talked to her before. What are you talking about? But they were about to run this article on me. And I don't know, I want to say it's God, but it's like I'm now believing this whole thing. You go woke, you go fucking broke. So these companies who built their whole thing on trying to bring down men or bring down people, especially when it's bullshit. I'm not saying there ain't people who are predators and people who are weirdos and people who need to be held accountable. But some of these organizations turned into, we are cancel culture. Let's find a reason to cancel anybody of importance. So that shit bit the can. It's no more. By the way, they're all in a SPAC with Complex. Complex is down fucking bad. They're broke. I don't even want to get too much into it. I'll probably, just remember I said this, I'll double back about what I hear about the state of Complex and BuzzFeed. They're all together. But they're not the only people in media who have chosen this go woke thing. If you don't know Vice News, somebody who at a time when I was getting at two of their people, two bum ass niggas, what's these niggas' name? Desus is like Donkey and Shrek. It's like, who these fucking niggas? Desus and Nero? I remember Vice News tweeting at me saying, oh, we got and I remember saying, yo, you're a company. You think you're picking a side like that? Okay. Now, some of y'all might know them for doing some shit on Chicago, whatever the case is. But Vice News tried to do the BuzzFeed strategy. You know what the new message about them is? They're preparing to file for fucking bankruptcy. They're in the grave right now. Look, headed for bankruptcy. How did it all go wrong? How did it all go wrong? Let me explain how it fucking went wrong for all these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers chose the woke level, and there's nothing wrong with being woke. As long as you're not weaponizing, even though these motherfuckers was. Let me tell you what they did wrong. They didn't have foundation to build on. You see, BuzzFeed was the people who, they capitalized on the meme generation. Remember when Drake won a beef with memes? BuzzFeed started being the meme and short video type of, let's capitalize on that. But it was never real. Because there was no soul. The reason why YouTubers exist, the reason why when I went to Complex, they said, how the hell do you do what you do? And we can't get nothing popping. Because there's soul here. Most of these companies, they're all about the bottom line. They look at what's popular, they try to imitate it, but they don't stand for nothing. You stand for nothing, you're always going to fall eventually. So you get Vice. And Vice becomes a big company. They get valued to be $5.7 billion. But you know what happens to Vice and what happens to BuzzFeed and even happened to Complex? I'll tell you and I'll show you exactly what happened. They didn't have soul. You see, when I'm on here and I say I'm on Twitch and I say, hey, I'm going to YouTube. And everybody say, all right, we're going to YouTube with you. And I say, I just signed a deal with Rumble. Let's go to Rumble. And we're over Rumble now. Yo, salute to my people on Rumble. Let me just open the Rumble chat real quick because I love y'all over here. That's having soul. That's having something you stand for. We have 5,000 people over there. Amazing. You know what happened with these companies? They never had soul. Let me tell you how it manifested. Because all they relied on was Facebook algorithms. And Facebook would push out easy to produce, repetitive content in a certain time period. So that time period, it would push out all the BuzzFeed stuff. So it looked like they were growing. You couldn't go anywhere without seeing a BuzzFeed like poll or quick video or something of the sort or a meme. And Vice started doing videos that would work on Facebook. And then what happened is that Facebook, just look at Facebook and BuzzFeed. Facebook reduced distribution with BuzzFeed, with all pages, because Facebook said, you guys are making a killing. What about us? Let's think about the bigger picture. Ain't Twitter charging for verifications? Ain't other people, like the social media companies have said, y'all done made enough money off of us. It's time for us to get the bag. They've reduced everybody's output. So you get BuzzFeed on here. 13 million people follow this shit. 13 million people follow this shit. Yet if you look at one of their articles, they got 28 likes. YouTube flicked the switch. We're not promoting your shit no more. Your company is going to be worth billions. They did it to Vice too. All these companies were relying on social media algorithms because the algorithm were only benefiting woke for a while. 8 million people who follow Vice. You look at their shit, it ain't busting like that. 13 likes for 8 million? I don't know. 78? I don't know. 16? But I thought, let's go to the about. Your Vice. 10 million follow this. 8 million like. But YouTube flicked the switch on y'all bitch ass. Because YouTube wasn't getting the money. And that was the end of Vice. And that was the end of BuzzFeed. So I had to give you a backstory before I got to this point. Because BuzzFeed was dead in the water. You see what they were trying to do to me. But Vice actually did a little bit, they got a little headway. Vice was looking around and they were saying, who could we get? Who would woke culture want us to tear down? And at a point they said, Andrew Tate. Let's take Andrew Tate's platform. Let's do a documentary on him. Let's portray him to be the piece of shit that we all need to hate. They did it. And right before he went to jail, a lot of people said, oh my God, it's kind of exposing the truth about Andrew Tate. Now, some people push back and say, nah, it wasn't. Look a little funny, like y'all are twisting the facts and portraying it away. But remember, they're woke. Andrew Tate is bad. Now, I know a lot of people didn't expect for Andrew Tate to get out of jail, but he did. The landscape has changed. Remember, I told you Facebook cut the lights off on all these little woke platforms because the woke platforms were just operating. That's why they're mad at Elon Musk. Elon Musk changed the algorithm for Twitter where it doesn't only favor woke people. So they're like, what? It's been favoring us for like the last 10 years. Like, well, why are you changing it up? He's like, oh, fuck y'all niggas. Then Facebook changed it up, and it's not because Facebook don't want to be or Meta don't want to be cool with the woke people. They're just like, what about our money? We losing mad money. We got to lay off 10,000 people. When we gonna get some cash? So the guy who did a hit piece on Andrew Tate hit him back up again. And this is the video I got to play. It's exclusively available on Rumble. It's called Tate Confidential, the channel. If you guys are on Rumble, make sure you follow my channel, Akademiks. But also go watch Andrew Tate because he's still around. But watch this. This is a hilarious troll of a woke fucking crumbling media entity. Watch this. Listen, man. I don't know this mad guy, but hey, you know, a part of the business we're in, and especially media, there's some people, again, they try to operate on the side of, oh, we're woke, we're the good guys. So we get to cancel people. We get to tell you the narrative about them. And we get to expose them for being bad people. And a lot of times when those things aren't all the way correct, or people still like those other people, we never see this part of it. You're begging this guy for an interview. You know what I mean? Like, why are you around him when you don't even have good intentions? So definitely salute to my man, Andrew Tate. And hopefully, he still has possible pending charges. Hopefully, that was a lot about nothing. All right. Anyway, yo, chat. We could probably get back on YouTube. I think that Tate interview was banned off YouTube. I couldn't like go live while watching this shit. That's just crazy, right? Fucking crazy. Matter of fact, yo, if you're watching on YouTube, we're not getting back on YouTube. So just please come over to Rumble. If you're watching anywhere right now, rumble.com/C/academics, and come watch the rest of the broadcast. Please make an account real quick. Hit the follow button. We're trying to get to 20,000 followers and subscribers over here. We should be able to easily get to that. Hey, right now we have 18.6K. Yo, come on, man. We got to get to 20K, bro. Like we not some peons over here, so please make sure you guys get up with that. Yo, I've addressed all the NBA Youngboy stuff. I want to keep going back to it. Love Youngboy, but it's just, again, like I felt shocked by what he said, and I'm not saying maybe some of the stuff I think what I said was kind of circulated, and people were thinking that maybe I was speaking for him or speaking for anybody. No, but it's a certain way you handle your friends. Like if somebody's your friend or somebody you're cool with, even if they made a mistake, you don't jump out and be like, yo, that's a bitch ass nigga. Like that just sounds kind of like you were never friends with them or never cool with them at all. So, again, I live and I learn. I've been through this many times. It's a lot of times I've been cool with artists, and I think that I'm closer than that normal media perception. Like, oh, okay, this is the media artist relationship. I'm thinking, oh no, that's my guy. That's like my friend. And that's not the case a lot of times. Like, again, most of these people, they're using, if they can't use you, you are of no worth to them. And at the moment they feel like they can't use you, fuck you. So it is what it is. I'm not gonna necessarily blame Youngboy or anybody else. I think some of the blame belongs to me, and shit, at least we kind of know where we all stand. All right. Shit. I'm trying to get. I do have a meeting with with actually a really high powered legal team soon, just to deal with a lot of bullshit sometimes that comes across my table. Regardless, here we go. All right, bet. Fuck. Okay, cool. Let me see. What else is on my list that I had to talk about? Okay, so I talked about a bunch of stuff. Oh, we should probably talk about, and I posted this. I was kind of shocked that this even came out, but I think this came out without the family's opinion on it. And by the way, I would love to hear what Pop Smoke's mother thinks about this, because if you guys don't know, the producer who's infamously known for working with Pop Smoke, Rico Beats, somebody messaged him and say, yo, Rico, please give us some new news and some updates on what the fuck is going on with the remaining Pop Smoke music. And they said, this is what Rico Beats is saying, yo, who said he had music left? And he continued by saying, yo, listen, what else y'all want? Pop died 3 years ago. How much more music do you think he had in 1 year? Y'all got to be real. Then, the person said, yo, well, none of the snippets with Guapo or the one Mike D played ever came out. I know he was a beast, but yo, like, you can't expect much more. And the producer basically said, yo, all them records, they use Chip so many ways, his vocal. I don't even know what that means. All them records, they use Chip so many ways, his vocals. And say if Pop was alive, he would not approve 99% of the stuff they put out. So essentially, we have a producer saying that there's not much more Pop Smoke vocals and Pop Smoke recording on the things that we would expect it to be on. So I'm kind of wondering how much the family's in tune with this, because not saying this isn't true, I just wouldn't expect to hear this from anybody but the family. It's the family's, it's the Pop Smoke estate, which is owned by the family now. They get to know and get to control all the music, and they should know how much music he has or how much music he doesn't. Now, clearly, you got to take the producer's opinion into consideration when he says Pop would have never released it, because he's worked with Pop in a music capacity where he could probably give a good estimate of like, oh no, Pop, if Pop did a verse like that, he would just do it over type shit. So we got to take their whatever they're saying into account. For me, I'm just a little bit like, damn, are we out of Pop Smoke's music? Now, that kind of goes into the conversation about like AI shit. Like, I said to a couple of people who have even came to my studio, I'm like, yo, I think, shit, I don't know if maybe King Von, but it's like, I think an artist who's arrested, like for example, not saying Pooh Shiesty, but I'll just use him as an example. If Pooh Shiesty was locked up for like say like 18 years, and you know people obviously love his voice, people love like what he raps about. Like a lot of artists are in jail currently, still creating music. They just can't get a good mic to record it, but they could do like a little demo or something like that on a jail phone. Why not use the AI to like bring their vision to light? Now it's different if they died and you're guessing what their vision would be, but like what about if, you know, Pooh Shiesty was just like, yo, I wrote a bunch of stuff, I just can't get a good mic and I can't get whatever to make this really happen. Yo, you produce or you come up with the shit for these lyrics I got. I think that's valid. So I do see the help in AI. I think some people don't see it at all. You get what I mean? Again, as long as the music is sanctioned by the artist, or at worst the family of the artist, why are we upset? I wouldn't be upset. You know what I mean? I think it's going to be used for people who either pass away suddenly, or it's going to be used for people who are in situations or conditions where they can't record themselves, which would probably, either pass away or you are in jail. So hopefully we still get more music, but if you listen to this producer, we won't get any more music from Pop Smoke. You know, somebody hit me up, they were like, yo, I guarantee Cleo was rubbing her hands. She about to get a bunch of X AIs. I don't know if that would necessarily work, especially the wave that X was on. I just can't see somebody making songs that would make it sound authentic. And by the way, a lot of things that X did was more than just music. It was just like, it felt connected to a movement more than just music. So we'll see what that is. All right. By the way, I think Timbaland recently, let me see if I could Google it. Timbaland. Timbaland was pretty much like kind of showcasing like, is it this? Let's see. Here we go.
All right, so I'm sitting here with my brother, Creative God, and we know that it's a lot of talk about AI. We know how the feelings of violating certain things, but let me tell you something. I got a solution. I'm working on it. It's going to be beneficial to everybody. But in the meantime, you know, I got to share something I've been working on because I always wanted to do this and I never got a chance to. I always wanted to work with Big and I never got a chance to. Until today, it came out right. Play.
Now I pimp when I keep it tricked up like sleeves. Roll my cigar, fuck around and get your big C's. Got her in my palm, she won't be my man squeeze. Look up, cheese, it ain't all me, it's in me. Keep all her gold so broad when I'm grinning. Frozen cabbage on my canine, that's my shimmy. Garbage rappers dropping trash, I bet I am a tree. My man don't give a gift, she said it's not giving. If you wanna smoke, I gotta keep a hot chimney. She had a pot, she was young dog, pot mixing.
All right, so
by the way, I think what he's playing is like an AI big verse over like his beat, and he said he always pretty much wanted to produce for Biggie. I'm telling y'all, like this AI shit, I see a lot of artists lashing out against it, even including infamously Drake. Drake is acting like he's not really fucking with it. Of course, he's not gonna be fucking with it when, you know, niggas could, like, again, not saying Drake's still in his prime, but like, bro, niggas is making hot Drake songs without Drake. You get what I mean? Like, people feel like they know Drake so much that they could fucking make a song in his voice and tone and cadence that is hot as well. Of course he's going to say, I don't fuck with it. You know why he's going to say he don't fuck with it? Because it takes away some of the mystique. If somebody could create a Jordan clone who does exactly the same things as Jordan, you're going to be like, wait, maybe it's not Jordan. Maybe it's just like people fell in love with this and like people kind of get, you know what I mean? It's a little different for music than sports because sports you actually have to do it. You know, music is whatever. And I'm going to be honest with you. I think people are going to start accepting it. what nobody's actually talking about the utility of it. Like, obviously I've looked at it and I've mentioned it with a bunch of artists. I mentioned it with 100K Track. He's on the last episode of Off the Record, where I said, well, what about if somebody like dies or go to jail, but they wrote or they had ideas for music? Like, people, like, for example, still mention him even though whatever. Say NBA Youngboy, and he had that song Still Waiting. That song Still Waiting was recorded kind of over the jail phone. Imagine if somebody took that and just kind of put it into an AI, and then the AI wrapped it in Youngboy's voice to sound like he was in the studio. That song's fire. I don't care whether he's in jail or not. That shit's fire. So, like, I look at that and I'm like, yo, that's the joint, right? So can't you see people using or utilizing like AI to kind of like, oh, okay, yo, you have a great idea that might be stuck in your phone, or you recorded it but you never recorded the full thing. They can make the AI do it and sound clean, right? So that's one utility of it. Of course, I mentioned people being locked up or in jail, but also I just think about, what people don't want to even admit, even though we've been through this whole Drake thing before, people make reference tracks all the time. A lot of songs you hear might be a reference track of an unknown nigga who made the hook, right? Usually just the hook and the beats associated with it. And they pitch it to someone and someone like, oh, that's fire. Okay, I'm going to sing the hook. So now the ghostwriter's off of it. You know how easy for ghostwriting is going to be when you could just like have your voice doing a hook, but sounding like the artist you're trying to sell it to? So, okay, you want Drake to cop it. How about you just do the verse and then have AI translate it in Drake's voice? So now when Drake hears it, like, imagine Drake, that's why I said Drake is talented. Drake heard Quentin Miller and that nigga sounds like he was a dying pig, like a pig getting gutted or some shit. And he fucking still saw the talent, like, oh no, that's gonna be a hit. Let me sing it over. Imagine if you didn't have to like even have that imagination. You just fucking put out the shit where fans and whoever could just listen to your music and just almost think that you're whatever it is. So I see some utility for it, and I think Timbaland doing it in this way, I think there's utility with it. Only thing I would kind of caution him about is because, like, when you come to playing with people's estate and people's voice, especially if they died, like, I don't care how cool you think Biggie's voice sounds over your beat, bro. Like, if you're gonna put out for public consumption, especially if you're a popular artist, you should talk to his mom. Is his mom cool with that being out? Shit. Again, and it could be for whatever reason. Maybe Biggie would have put it out if he was still alive, but shit, like, you have to kind of look towards the estate for them to tell you what's cool and not, because at the end of the day, yes, somebody passed away, but that's not an entitlement on you to make all the money you want and ignore reality and shit like that. You should make sure a family member is kind of cool with it. So it's kind of what I think about it. Chat, I am reading chat, and people say, yo, check Youngboy's Twitter. He deleted the tweets. Bro, I don't know what that means, bro. I don't know what that means, bro. I'm like again, y'all want me to keep reacting to things, bro. Youngboy has my number. Like, I've not changed my number. He knows how to call me. He changes his numbers. Like, at times I'll be able to call him. At times, sometimes he won't answer, or sometimes he has a new number. Bro, like, I would have been on the phone with him talking to him. Like, you know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm obviously, I have a lot of love for the dude, and y'all know I have a lot of love for him, because despite no matter what I said today, like, I'm not like, fuck you. Like, I've gone a lot harder on way less things. I love the dude, and I clearly I'm a little hurt. I'll tell you that. So if y'all want to take that, be like, yo, Axe hurt, of course I'm fucking hurt. If you thought you were cool with a nigga, and a nigga fucking blasted you and called you, it's not even about him calling me a bitch. I don't care about him necessarily saying that. I just, like, I feel like my efforts in trying to help him, because I've always fucked with him, it feels like it's a slap in the face if he thinks that I'm picking a side, because number one, I'm not a street nigga. But number two, if he feels like I'm doing anything or I'm helping anyone to hurt him on an industry level, like, dog, like, we're the people who talked about the industry being kind of weird. And as much as, like, he operates, like, I feel like I keep talking about the same shit. So, bro, like, I'm one phone call away. Like, he could text me right now and I'll get off stream and we could talk. Like, You know what I mean? Again, and by the way, I also look at it like this. It's about ego as well. Like him taking to this, I don't think I went that hard in responding, but still, like, you know, sometimes people ego are strong. They might be like, "Whoa, nigga, I said it, nigga. I ain't about to. I don't care how cool we are. I might not. I ain't gonna hit you up to even talk to you to whatever. If that's the case, somebody don't respect you. You can't do anything with that. So, you know what I mean? But my phone is on. Like he could call me right now. Like he has my number. He literally has my number. He could literally call me right now and be like, "Yo, bro, let's talk here. Get off stream real quick." And I would. So, you know what I mean? It just is what it is. Like, I personally believe, I think he just starts seeing things. Bro, Dirk is doing his rollout. Me and Dirk ain't in cahoots. He's doing his rollout. I told you this a long time ago. He's trying to use you. And when I mean trying to use you is he's smart. Like, he knows how to capitalize off your energy. And your reaction is his benefit. So he loves when you're reacting. And I think he probably took that into mind and be like, I'm going to respond to Ak and not respond to him. But it's like, bro, he know he baited you into that by liking the tweet. He liked the tweet. You say fuck me because you're like, oh no, that must have been Dirk talking to him and he talking to Dirk. So fuck that nigga. So you know what he's going to do? He's going to troll with it. He's going to get all the attention. He's going to drop his album and do wild numbers. That's what he always does. And by the way, I'm not mad at Dirk for doing that because that's smart. That is smart. So, you know, like, I don't want to keep talking about this, bro. Like, we're men. He has my number. I'm not, I have no issue. Like, through anything I've said today, y'all should know that there's more hurt than I'm mad, right? Like, clearly, I'm like, yo, bro, I'm like, you're my mans. Like, you're literally my mans. Like, I remember being asleep. When Youngboy went on Clubhouse, I was asleep. I thought my sleep schedule was fucked up. And I remember his team kept hitting me up and was like, yo, Youngboy said he would only go on Clubhouse when you're on there. Bro, that felt like, I'm like, oh shit, that's my man's. I get it. Like, bro, he don't want to be on there with no other weird people. He trusts me. Like, that's my man's. Like, all right, man, we gonna go on Clubhouse. We gonna chop it up. I know our personal conversation. We'll have a little public conversation. We ain't gonna say nothing weird or nothing like that. And also, like, you're my man's. That's what I thought. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So there's a little hurt there. Y'all can post it. I don't care if y'all say it. I'm telling you, there's a little hurt. Of course I'm fucking a little bit of hurt. You get what I mean? Because, again, like, and also, like, think about it. I don't want to get into it, bro. I'll get into it. Somebody said, get over it. He's not your man. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm kind of getting that, but it's still kind of like, bro, I was looking at him as my man's. Like, bro, which means even if I said something wrong, he could always hit me up. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Whatever. Thank you. My man, D Nunez, he said, yo, Ak, you gotta talk about the Koi and Lotto fight. Coyle Ray. Did anybody see this shit, bro? Let me see if I can find this shit. So there's a video that people were saying that this is Coyle Ray and Lotto getting into it. Yo, it's crazy. It's crazy how fast fake news spread. Because everybody was like, yo, Coyle Ray really got into it and got busy with Lotto. That's not the case. Like, bro, this is a fake video. You know what I mean? Like, you know, obviously I didn't post it. I kind of peeped it real quick that it was fake. And luckily, you know, because sometimes you make a mistake. But I didn't post it. Bro, in these days, it will be so immature and just like the failure on both teams, even if they were performing at the same festival, to let two women get into a fighting match with people just around and watching, it would never happen. So let me see if I can slow it down. We're gonna try to find who's who. I don't even know who this is. What the hell is on top of her head? And then who is this? Like, none of them look like the people who we would think it should look like. Damn, my face is so bright. My bad. No, this is not Coyle Ray and Lotto. And by the way, I don't know if I told y'all, like, so not only is this supposed to be Coyle Ray, First of all, I think Cola Ray is skinnier. But even then, that just wouldn't happen. I would say though, so I could go to, I think maybe did I post it? I don't know if I posted it. But like, they're not beefing like that. And by the way, maybe I sound like a sucker kind of. I always blame it on the Barbs. Bro, the the Barbs, listen, man. You know, I told Youngboy fans that they could exit if they were upset at like whatever I said, because it is what it is, bro. I'm not trying to, I'm not whatever. But like, it's like y'all Barbs too, bro. Like, I know y'all love somebody, but sometimes y'all are like super delusional and like y'all allow anything to happen. I've seen a lot of y'all trying to gas this up. First of all, Lotto and Cola Ray did not fight, and I get it. The Barbs want somebody who fucks with Nicki to just beat up Lotto because they hate Lotto. But you have to realize, like, you know why nobody believed that fake shit? Because, like, Lotto literally and Cola Ray literally acknowledged that they did fuck with each other afterwards. Let me see if I can find it. When Lotto took back to the stage and basically said, yo, I don't got no problem with Cola Ray's body. Like, she's dope. And Cola Ray, like, responded to it by saying, yo, 100. Like, not saying they're on the best of terms, but they get to at least have a little bit of understanding that it's not beef. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes you'll get into a beef, just, like, listen to people saying, oh, word, you not going to say nothing? You pussy? Come on, man. That's not the case. Let me see if I can find that. It's on this bit somewhere. It's gonna be a Lotto. No, it's gonna be a Cola Ray tweet, and she's like, yo, 100 or something like that. After Lotto was just like, yo, hey, I ain't got no problem with her body type shit. Let me see. I'm gonna do a couple more scrolls, and if I cannot find it, it's gonna be a wrap. Okay. So this was a tweet that says, don't compare me to whatever. And then later on, so maybe I got to scroll up a little bit. Later on, we're going to see Lotto perform again. And she's basically going to say, yo, like, shout out to Cola Ray. Here we go. See?
Smoking on that gas blunt, big as Cola Ray. Like to run their mouth, but I'm the type to run a fade. Yeah. When your diamonds hit like this, you don't never see the shade. Got the key to my city, they gave me a holiday.
There we go. Okay. I think she says shout out to her.
Hey, Corey, by the way, I love your body, baby.
She says, hey, Corey, by the way, I love your body. Okay. Corey had previously said, hey, maybe I overreacted. End of the day, don't say my name. And then whatever. But essentially, she did respond to this later. She says, oh, it's the diss record with my name on it that confused me. Much love to Lotto, and I appreciate the compliment. So she took the compliment. Bro, they're not beefing. Unfortunately, or fortunately for some of y'all, the last two women rappers who fought is Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. They're the two that fought. Like you're not gonna see much female rappers get into it. And by the way, it was kind of ironic that Nicki Minaj and Cardi B got into it. I think it was a Met Gala, which was a really historic thing. So that was a big news. Anyway, okay. Thank y'all for all the subs. Let me see what else I could cross off that. Yeah, so it's not a real story. And by the way, salute to both women. I just don't want the Barbs to start getting other, like, this is what I don't like about the Barbs. For whatever reason, y'all seem scared of Lotto's existence. Now, granted, I tell the truth about everything. Nicki Minaj is just a better artist than Lotto. Like, she's a more legendary star than Lotto. You seem like you're popped and panicking and you're pressured when you're trying to put up other people that Nicki likes against her. If she wasn't a factor, you would ignore her. The mere fact that Lotto is constantly in the news about people not liking her almost makes somebody like me, who I'm not a Lotto hater or like a super Lotto fan, but it's like, yo, damn, am I missing something? Like, yo, does she got like some crazy song going crazy? Like, I think most fans who claim they hate her give her too much attention. All right, bet. Here we go. Oh. Which, by the way, this was on my topic before Youngboy even dissed me. I said, Dirk trolling 6ix9ine with blackballing and trolling Youngboy. So like, bro, I was gonna talk about that before, but whatever. I had Joe versus Cameron on my list, except I think Joe and Cameron, I think they're cool now. I do want to play this though, so I'm gonna skip that topic because I got to play this shit. This is hilarious. I haven't watched it yet, but the headline, and I think I even wrote the headline without watching it. But yeah. So essentially, what's going on in the YSL case is you have a lot of like public defenders, and public defenders usually get paid a certain amount of money per month, or sometimes they could like amend it based on, you know, the case they have, right? You know, so obviously sometimes if you don't have a case or a big case or you're not going to trial, you might not need the same amount of money as if you do, because now you got to do like casework, you got to put in a lot of time. And a bunch of attorneys in the YSL case, they've been complaining that they yo, y'all can hear me? Yo, could y'all hear me? Yo, what the fuck just happened? I've never seen that before. Like, I was online, like, wait, how much did y'all miss? I was talking for like a good minute. I was frozen? Bro, I just did the lotto topic, bro. Did y'all get the lotto topic or no? No. Y'all didn't get the lotto topic? Please tell me y'all got the, like 6 minutes? Wait, so y'all didn't get the lotto topic at all? Y'all heard the lotto? No, wait, did y'all? Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I did. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I did hear this. Okay. All right. Oh, my God, man. Some of it. What the fuck just happened, bro? All right, people. Yeah, what the hell? Oh. Yo, check. I gotta stop trolling. Anyway, so people, the YSL trial is going on right now, and if you guys don't know, just to give you kind of an update, essentially, like there's a bunch of like public defenders there, and they're kind of upset because they got paid a certain amount to take this case for whatever their defendant is, and apparently this case is going to be dragging on for a year. Okay, they're going to have 5 months of jury selection. This is like unheard of. So the amount of money they agreed to do this case for, the amount of time it's going to take is going to be like they're working for nickels and dimes. So they're mad. They're like, yo, we need like more money. Like, yo, what's up? So anyway, I'm an attorney in the YSL case. By the way, we heard one already said that, yo, they would make more money at Chick-fil-A. But another one now is saying that they might need to start an OnlyFans just to fund their situation while doing this case. Listen to this shit. Wait, hold on. Wait. Oh, that's my computer acting up because I can't hear it now. What the fuck? Here we go. Wait, y'all can't hear? Oh, something must have happened to my sound card. Hold on. Don't worry, man. I'm good with it. Let me see output. No, what the fuck? No, let me see. Go to sound. Sound settings. And then the sound settings is going to be like this output. I don't know what the fuck going on. Oh, let me do the sound mixer shit. Sound mixer. Okay, let's see if this works. Let me just restart this. What the fuck? I can't hear it. Oh yeah, I can't hear it. What the hell? All right, my bad. I don't know what's going on with my computer. Somebody's hacking it. That's facts. Fuck. All right, hold on. Here we go. What? Sound mixer. How the fuck? Am I tripping? Video has no... Oh, the video has no sound. Wait, is the video... Hold on, man. I'm tripping right now. Looking like a bot. Hold on. Let's see. Oh.
I was in Detroit.
Okay. YSL OnlyFans. Oh. Here we go. Here we go.
Attorneys say what happened inside, they were disappointed. That's because they claim they're not getting enough money to represent those who need public attorneys.
This case is slated to last for about a year, and if you were to do the math, it would be $6 an hour. I can't take any new cases. I can't close any cases. I need something to survive off of.
Criminal defense attorney Angela D. Williams calling out the Georgia Public Defender Council, which is the state agency that appointed her to represent one of the defendants charged in the Young Slime Life gang case against rapper Young Thug and his alleged associates.
But we were under the impression that GPDC was advocating for us, and once they put those walls up, I'm thinking maybe I need to start an OnlyFans?
D. Williams says she came to court today hoping to question GPDC's executive director, Amatayo Ali.
I asked for additional funds back in March, and that was met with a letter from the director saying she doesn't need to meet with me anymore.
But the attorneys say what happened inside, they were disappointed.
All right.
Attorneys say what happened inside,
Let me see.
they were disappointed.
WSB TV. I could probably find the full thing. Essentially what we're having now is
with breaking news right now. Sources have confirmed police.
Essentially what's happening is that, yo, the public defenders are just tight. Like, this shit's gonna take way too long. Bro, it looks like the Fulton County, either courts and prosecutors are trying to take their time, or maybe they don't have enough evidence. I don't know which one it is. But this shit's gonna take so long to try to convict Young Thug that everybody who's not being paid per hour, and that's how when you get an attorney, a lot of times you'll give a retainer. That retainer will be good for a certain amount of hours or a certain amount of work. And then after that, they need a new retainer. That's how it goes. They keep billing you. But with a public defender, it's supposed to be paid for by, the county and by people who pay taxes. And essentially, it's a negotiated thing with people who are public defenders that they are going to have to work for these rates that will be paid out by this governing body that assigns public defenders. Everybody's just saying, yo, this is unreasonable. And you hear the woman basically saying, yo, I might as well fucking start OnlyFans. This where my concern would come in. If my lawyer's talking about starting OnlyFans and she's thinking about showing her fucking areolas and nipples and she's thinking about popping her pussy and fucking, like fucking inserting a cucumber up that snatch, I gotta imagine, yo, she's not fucking thinking about me. The chick can't pay me. Like, you want the people, let me tell you this, you get the best, I've been employing people recently, and somebody told me this, you keep overpaying motherfuckers. And, my response to it was like, yo, well, I'm overpaying people because if people don't feel like they're comfortable, like in their personal lives, how could they work for me to the best of their ability? Now, the person disagrees with that and they think I should just don't do that. But it's one of those things. Like, if your lawyer is thinking about her light bill and thinking that she might not be able to afford rent and thinking she has to sell some pussy to motherfucking, just take care of, bills, why do you think she's going to be staying up late night reviewing your case and other cases of the sort, trying to get you the best judgment and also get you the best situation? They're probably saying, fuck you. You get what I'm saying? So that's just kind of one of those things. Somebody said, talk about Silky. What's going on with Silky? Ain't no going on with Silky. Somebody said she needs to start fasting. Stop acting like y'all wouldn't fuck me. Y'all niggas is horny, man. Y'all would definitely fuck. Let me see.
Attorneys say what happened inside, they were disappointed. That's because they claim they're not getting enough money to represent those who need public attorneys.
This case is slated to last for about a year.
Y'all horny, y'all would fuck. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm not sitting here buying it. Hey, anyway, recently, and I just posted this on the gram right now. That makes sense. Instagram. Let's see if we can get this shit popping. Essentially, Chart Data has put out this thing to say, yo, Billboard's going to count limited fan packs and merch bundles with physical albums toward Billboard's 200 starting summer, and it's starting in June. Now, I got to go to Billboard.com to really read what the change really is because, they've changed this a bunch of times, and people have thought that they've banned bundles. They never banned bundles. They made a new rule. So let me tell you what the first rule was, and this is why everybody was doing wild numbers. For example, say Travis Scott, who people want to dress like Travis Scott. If he could put out a shirt, say he puts out this shirt, right? He says, yo, cop this shirt and this comes with his album. Bro, you're going to get 500,000 people that's going to cop the shirt, right? Like, because they want the album. Well, they want the shirt, even if they don't want the album, but the album is bundled with the shirt. Here's what used to happen. People used to never even have these shirts printed. So it would be like for example, when you guys order merch from me, if you order like a Dago t-shirt, which I don't think is on sale anymore, but if you order anything that has to do or like any chat nigga merch, the merch isn't made already. They're going to make it after you pay. So they make it like within a day and then they ship it out. So after you pay, they make it. Now, I'm only bringing that up because that's what happens when people were selling merch bundled with albums. They were like, hey, well, buy a bunch of V-Loan shit. We'll make the V-Loan, and then we'll just throw an album with it when we're shipping it. Billboard basically said, well, if y'all are doing that, going back to how music was sold and how it was counted, they used to count music sales before it got sold. They used to count it based on what shipped. So Nielsen used to say, hey, if a factory prints up 250,000 albums and 250,000 got shipped to Walmart, Best Buy, there was a bunch of like CD sellers back then to FYE, whatever the case is. They used to say you sold at least 250,000 based on what was shipped. So it was based on what was shipped, not what was sold. Now, because we're in a digital era, you could tell it's easily the reason why I didn't do it back then it was hard to tell what people scanned. Like, so Walmart wouldn't put in their numbers for what actual items were scanned in a certain time period that they could get how much albums was scanned. So they just did for what was shipped. Okay. And by the way, actually it wasn't Nielsen that did that. RIAA. RIAA didn't care about what sold. They care about what shipped. So if you shipped 500,000 of any particular album, whether one got bought, none got bought, or all 500,000 got bought, you're eligible to go gold. That's how they used to do it, because it was just so hard to track what was getting bought. Now it's easy to tell what's getting bought because everything is digital. So essentially what happened then, motherfuckers started doing bundling. Hey, cop this t-shirt and then I'll give you my album. So every time you buy a t-shirt, you really bought an album, except a lot of times, and this became a problem, especially, I think this is a problem with Nav and a few other people. Okay, I bought an album. And remember, these sales are supposed to represent consumption. Okay, I bought an album, but the album is supposed to be packaged and it's coming with a shirt. The shirt is on back order or delay because the material is out of China or whatever for 6 months. So they buy the album, which remember the bundle is supposed to be for the album, but they buy the shirt, which they're buying the shirt and the album comes with it, even though it's supposed to be the other way around. But you don't get the shit for 6 months. So what Billboard did was said, yo, hey, we're down to count y'all bundles, but you have to, if you're going to sell t-shirts for that, you have to make them already. So you need to have, say you need 100,000 in bundling. So 100,000 t-shirts. You need 100,000 t-shirts printed up in a warehouse or factory somewhere. If it's not in a warehouse or factory somewhere, those cannot count as sales. If a fan has to buy it and then wait on the production of it, that's not them buying the album. So they disqualified that. The second thing they did was saying, yo, you have some super stands like the Barbs. You're going to have one fan who's going to buy 35 albums. They limited the amount of albums that one fan could buy, right? That's why you see a bunch of fans now, they'll be like, hey, I'll send you guys money to buy albums. Because theoretically, why should one consumer get to, if they're not judging money, so Nielsen doesn't tell you how much money came in, they tell you consumption. Why should they count an album 18 times when only one person bought the album 18 times? The album isn't being listened to 18 times more than if the person bought one. It's the same person. So they adjusted that, and afterwards, people just started saying the bundle shit was over. Anyway, it looks like they've came back with the bundle shit, and I want to read the article on their website. I can't find it. Let me see. Show me. I know Chart Data tweeted about it, but I want to read the full article. Here we go. Billboard bundle. Let's look for the news article. It's going to be there. Remember, it's the last one they really updated was July 4th, 2020. Apparently, they made an update recently. Let's see if we can fucking find it. It got to be 2023. Oh, fuck. Let me see if I can read my tweet. And on my tweet should show it. Akademiks. Let me see. Akademiks. It says, what does it say here? Limited fan packs and merch. Okay. Merch bundles. Physical billboard. Now, one of the reasons why I think this is being... Okay, here it is. One of the reasons why I think this is being changed is because there's a rule right now that's been benefiting people like Taylor Swift. That's why Taylor Swift keeps shitting on people like even Drake. Remember, like Drake's album and even what's that nigga name? The nigga who keep crying. Metro Boomin. Their albums got kind of shifted around because Taylor Swift was throwing around her weight. Why was she throwing around her weight? Because her fans off rip were buying these exclusive experiences where they could get these vinyls and other things. And in hip hop, vinyls do sell, but you got to drop the vinyls as a memorabilia. You can't drop it as like the actual thing. With Taylor Swift, she would just drop it as the fucking art. You know what I mean? People buy it for the cover, people buy it for other shit. Anyway, let's read these new rules. And I think these rules are trying to even it out because I'm going to be honest with you. When Taylor dropped, even Drake couldn't fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like shit. Like she was even beating out Bad Bunny at that point. And Bad Bunny sells more tour seats than, well, actually he doesn't. Taylor's a fucking monster, but he's up there with them. But just off sales, it looked like Taylor was outside the league of even a Drake or a Bad Bunny. Let's read this, though. Oh, my God. You got to be subscribed for the full story? What's up with them? The Billboard, it will count package offerings, inclusive music collectibles. Oh, never mind. Hey. So never mind. This ain't going to help the hip-hop people. I asked a few people who's in the know, especially with like a particular person like Drake. They say, yo, the reason why Drake and them can't really benefit off things like this is that they have to submit their album the week of. If their album was submitted to a label 2 months or 3 months before, like Taylor Swift, hold on, it will get leaked. Obviously, the whole thing will get leaked because hip hop music, historically, people want it and people will leak it, as opposed to Taylor Swift will turn her album in. Even if it leaks, it's still going to do marginally the same when it drops. Drake's album leaked 3 months before is going to affect him because people are going to be like, oh, we heard all the songs, they're played out type shit. You feel me? So these things, when you read this, it will count packages and offerings as music and collectibles. Here's the thing. For you to make a vinyl, it takes weeks. So you can't turn in your album the week of. Like, for example, NBA Youngboy, Drake, the big artists in hip hop and music and hip hop, they're going to turn in their album mad late. They're not turning their album in weeks before or months before. Here's the thing. It's going to take a while to cook up collectibles. It's going to take a while for all of these these things to get produced. And because they can't get produced in time, usually we only see like white artists or like Taylor Swift or like people who their fans aren't that hounded to leak their music to benefit off of this shit. All right. But it looked like it has a new way of trying to count it, which is, I think that's a good thing. All right. Fuck. Cool. All right, people. Yo, chat. I do got to get off of here, man. I got to meet with my lawyers. I have a dinner with them, actually. So I got to go sit down with my lawyers, and we're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. People trying to sue me. People trying to do this. People blah, blah. A lot of shit going on. I have a meeting with my lawyers, so I will see you guys soon. And hopefully probably tomorrow I will drop a 2-part Troy Ave interview tomorrow. And other than that, yeah, I will see me tomorrow, all right? Love you guys. I'm sorry I had to go, but I do have to get some shit done. Hopefully I got through most of the topics. Gave y'all 4 hours. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for rocking with me on Rumble. Rumble's been amazing. Thank you guys for rocking with me on Twitch. Thank you for rocking with me on YouTube. I'm sorry I got cut off because I was watching a few things, but also people on Facebook. Appreciate you guys so much. Let me go run and make sure my dogs are good, get some clothes on, go meet with the lawyers, and I'll be back later on, all right? Not sure if I'll be on stream, but I'll be back later on. Love you guys.
I don't care what nobody fucking says. I'm not a motherfucking city girl. I miss my fucking man, and you need to come home now. So if you see this, babe, I miss you. Come home.
Sensational.